Sense on the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry say,
Labira, let's do the Labira. It is the doctor. Bringing some good issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming.
And life is a journey. Never let it rest. Turn your good into better and your best into best. Good morning to all the great sons and daughters of our great country, Liberia. Good morning to those of you joining us in the bailiwick of the morning hours. Good afternoon to those of you out of the bailiwick of the morning hours. And it is afternoon to your end. We want to say good afternoon to you. Those of you It is in the evening at about this time you've joined us. We want to say good evening to you and welcome to the show. Good morning, Liberia. On Voice of Liberia 104.1 in the nation's capital, Monrovia. 90.7 in Banga. 89.7 in Margibi and other frequencies across Liberia. Welcome to the show. Yes, indeed, we've got the issues to talk about this morning. Another fascinating issues we're going to be talking about here today on the show, moving up to 10 o'clock. And you don't want to miss it. We've got the issues. We've got the issues. Trust me, we've got the issues to talk about. And you need to save us. As the state of the nation continues to be hopeless under the unprepared president of our country, all we pray for is long life and strength. And so this morning, we want to encourage you to join us, and so we all can speak together. Let's discuss the issues, but we should not go back to the bushes. And certainly, my name is Sekou, and I'm Sekou Sharif. Inshallah, with the blessing of my parents, protection and acceptance of Allah, we will be here this morning up to 10 o'clock. We've got the issues, man. Join us, let's talk about the issues. I want to sincerely apologize that I'm under the weather. I'm under the weather, though. Nothing else to do about this. But that is it. This morning we've converged to talk about the issues. And let me say good morning to my co-pilot.
Good morning to you, Sekou, and good morning to all Liberians across Liberia. All of you, those of our followers in diaspora, I would like to say good morning to you. And thanks for joining this broadcast as it promised to be a very, very much great one this morning. We have things to talk about on this morning broadcast. The counter meet continues.
Yes. My counter will be playing today, though. But yes.
Okay.
And the thing about it, I've got no understanding about the way things are going on with the counter team as to what, because I can remember in the past, officials had to, reach out. We understood some of the things we contributed. But this counter meet, I'm not understanding anything, though. Yeah.
All you got to do is just buy a jersey so that you be represented by your county.
Okay.
But anyway, the counter meet continues. You are not yet reached the town. You still have people playing in the various counties. But today, because Montserrat is one of the hosts, so today will be another game at the ATS.
Yeah.
And we will bring you the live commentary from there.
And I was told by the OB team that they need sponsorship. They need sponsorship from anybody.
Okay.
You can even give, I'm told, according to the OB team, you can even give $50, $100, $200, $300, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. It depends on the size of your business or what you do, or maybe just you like the OB, you could contribute to the process because, mind you, according to the OB team, they've got to go through lots of issues, using the airtime and getting fuel for the generator. The guys on the field need to be energized. And there are much more other issues, And when they're on the field, they're going to be talking about your business, though.
Yes,
that's the good thing about it.
That's an opportunity for businesses around the country because when Voice of Liberia is doing the commentary, it's not only on Voice of Liberia that it can be aired. So it's an opportunity for you. Other radio stations can relay from our station. So your businesses will be on other platforms as well, and their followers will be able to contact you. But that's it this morning about the thing, and we will be on the ATS to bring you the live commentary of the game on today. A couple of things to talk about for our housekeeping. We will talk about there's a public service announcement from the judicial branch, and we will read it out to you concerning the turn new position Yeah, we will read out that announcement so that you'll be able to listen to it. CDC calls for opposition collaboration to move in 2029. They are calling for opposition collaboration. We have the voice of the party chair, Jankako. We're going to play it to you and you will hear what he's saying for housekeeping. And also there is this exchange of words between Abbott Chie and Amara Kane. We will go into that for housekeeping. And after that, we will call our international correspondents from across the country so that you'll be able to get news about what is happening in other parts of the world. And at 8 o'clock this morning, we will talk about the road issue. The road issue is something that is worth talking about. We are hearing some kind of gist that I should say is coming from its house's mouth itself, but we'll bring it to you this morning so that you'll be able to listen. The 100 days deliverable, how far has it gone? We will go into that. Today we have remaining 13 more days to go. At 9 o'clock, fellow Liberians, we will continue our talks on the labor ministry. There is another development there by Kopokura again. So we will bring you that latest development. We will continue to talk about it. And as I told Segu, I heard that he been at the legislature the whole of yesterday.
The man went to the legislature more than 2 times. He been there, I think 2 different times yesterday though.
Yeah.
And then he went to see the horses chair on what's the name? He went to see Representative Dixon Sibo.
Okay.
Yes, he went to see Dixon Sibo, but I will tell you exactly why.
Yes.
Oh my
Today is
God.
expected to be the day that SETIS or Safe Solution will be at the house.
Yes.
To be able to explain what their due says.
Yeah,
So-
and the document, I'm told, the House of Representatives requested, they did not submit it, particularly PAC. They did not submit it.
Wow.
So we're watching.
We
We're
are
getting there.
watching, certainly.
But we'll tell you more about that at 9 o'clock.
Yes, these are the things we have on our plate for today. The fire service bus, Bafo, excuse me. I heard that he was at the, not I heard, but I followed him at the MICAT, the Ministry of Information, and he was giving a report on the houses that have caught fire since January. And he said 49 houses. In my sense, if I start to count around here, you're going to pass 49. Because this fire thing, it happened on a daily basis. It's not something that, after 2 to 3 weeks, then it happened. No, since January, it has been happening continuously. So there is no way that you will say that it's 49 houses that got fire since January. That is not possible. Because if it happens to count, I'm going to pass that. These are the things that we'll talk about this morning. It promised to be a wonderful broadcast. So all you have to do...
And this issue about this DEA issue, we will chip in a little bit. Did you see we'll talk about the road issue, like you said, at 8 o'clock. We will dig deep into it. It's something very interesting. We've got serious interest in it, and it's very, very good. So we can talk about it. Okay, so we will talk about it this morning, and we coincide with is it a post or what on the former president WhatsApp?
Yes.
His story, right?
Yes, on his WhatsApp story.
Okay,
and
so
that too many persons can view his WhatsApp story.
We will bring that out. We'll tell you what he wrote there and what it says. It will move on, but let's acknowledge some of you watching this morning. So we go ahead on some other issues. By the way, let's go to those of you watching on the show. This is Joyous Jimmy. Joyous Jimmy's writes and says, "Good morning, everyone. I'm following from my single 24th Street resident. AC Mankia writes and says, "Good morning, my dynamic CEO and your co-host Samira. I'm following from the new community, Cardwell, New Georgia, Waterside. Your T-shirt, oh man. J. Armstrong Davids, Senior, writes and says, good morning, my VOL family. Following you guys from my old Trafford barber shop on the Bon County, Banga City. Yes, my beloved Lofa County playing today. Right. Will be Mangibi 3-0. Will be Mangibi 3-0. In other development, our president continued to dance with the devil. We are certainly getting there. Reuben County writes, he said, I'm following you from Ghanansville. Liberia need to pray for our nation, as everything that is happening in the country is not natural event. Our leadership in President Bouaka told us he would dance with the devil, and now, here we are as burning of houses, killing across the country, accident followed by hardship in the country. God have mercy upon the nation, not UP government to pray for. Thomas N. George writes and says, good morning, Voice of Liberia family. I'm watching you guys from Pipeline Jalo Shop, Bala community, and I want to appreciate you guys heartily for the good work. Sarah Hina writes and says, good morning, VOL. Greetings from London. Christian Tolu Pala said, I'm following from Banga City, Bon County as always. Sally Kemun writes and says, good morning, the B52 of the radio. I'll see you in Sembera. I'm watching from Monrovia. Morris Nyema Junior says, good morning, Voice of Liberia family. I'm following from New Georgia Johnson, Japan Freeway. Lovecto Watulu Win says, good morning, Seku and Samara. Thank you for what you do always for bringing us the information as it's unfold. I'm following from South Arizona, the United States, sending love to my people of Jakaken, my own hometown of River G, Electoral District number 2. Eddie Kamu says, good morning, my great station VOL. Andrew K. Blackie says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. My name is Andrew K. Blackie, following from Banga City, Bon County. Jackson C. Penning Jr. said, watching you from Onion Factory, Black Sea. Mohammed J. Sherry writes, says, good morning, VOL families. I'm watching from Jacobtown since Francis community this morning. Vamba Sogbaba Conan says, good morning, VOL. I'm following up from Upper Cardwell. Ansu Coleman writes and says, I'm following from the Economic Freedom Factor of Liberia, EFFL. Fatu Sherry says, good morning. Pai Joshua says, good morning, my good family. I'm watching from the Daldine shop on GSA Road. Breaking Limits Bio writes and says, good morning, VOL family. I'm watching live from Cardwell. Ansu Kamara writes and says, good morning, my best FM in Liberia, from Ansu K on LPRC Road. Prince Kato writes and says, good morning, VOL. I'm following from Fendel Highway. Fatu Sherry writes again, yeah. Blessed Prince E. Kamara writes and says, good morning, VOL FM. The country is not safe in the hands of old man Joe. And I think he needs to do the honorable thing by resigning the presidency. We are getting there gradually. Michael Tamba writes and says, okay, we will now read your comment, yeah? Okay, so we ask our technicians here to even block you. We'll block you, so we'll not read it. So now we're now
things that are not necessary, we will do that.
Emeka Ev Umar, a friend and brother, joins us from Nigeria. Jerry Sando Buckley says, good morning, VOL. I'm watching you from Bernard Farm. Christiana Tolukbala says, I'm following from Banga City, Bon County. Is it true that Jokes was caught in the presidential motorcade? We don't have any information of such, but it is not something that cannot happen. It is possible, but we've not heard anything, and we don't have any facts about that as to whether Jokes was arrested in the presidential motorcade. Abdullah Dukle writes and says, I'm following closely from FDA community. Thompson T. Tapia Junior says, good morning, CEO. My name is Thompson Tapia. I'm watching from my St. Martin's Catholic School campus, Banga, Bon County. Thank you very much. John David Nakula Yakpaulo writes this morning and says, my radio volume is loud this morning so my community people can listen to what is going on in our country. Abdullah Dukle is watching. Daniel Colley says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm Daniel D. Colley, following from Banga City, Bon County. Thank you for the show. May God bless you. Gadia Johnson says, good morning, family. I'm closely watching you from India on my sick bed. We wish you all the best speedy recovery. Let Allah intervene into your case. Marvelous MK Jr. writes and says, good morning, Big Brother Seku. I'm watching live from my local town, Bourgeois Island. Roger Goodluck Roberts writes and says, good morning, my wonderful family. I'm Rogers Roberts, following from my New Georgia Nigerian shop community, Gardensville. George S. Kilo Jr. writes and says, good morning, VOL. I'm following from my UN drive home. Samuel G. Gibson Sr. writes here this morning and says, good morning, VOL. I'm watching from Red Hill Field, Louisville, Virginia. Pai Joshua says, Joe come with fire. Chie Tokpa. I'm Peter Tokpa. I'm watching from Serious Lawmaker District, precisely District 16. Emeka writes and says, good morning, viewer, family following from Nigeria. My respect, he writes. Joe Wanga George Wea Peking says, good morning, big brother. I'm following from the most developed community in District 16, the St. Paul Bridge community. Yakub Amara Conan writes this morning and says, good morning, Seku. I'm watching you from Banjo, the Gambia. Banjul, sorry. I'm watching you from Banjul, the Gambia, where your correspondent Amadou Kante is, certainly. B. Emmanuel O.T. Via says, morning, guys. I'm following from Banga City, Bon County. It continues here. Emmanuel Brown writes, Ayuba Critical, Foski Kaba, Ayuba Dukle, Roberts, Blamu, Vani pass away. Vani, you Vani. Okay. Vani pass away. I said, good morning, my brother. My food, oh. What play your food here? You want me to tell the people how you troubles on? Okay, Vani Paso is watching, a very good friend and brother to ours. Manjibe Bobo Son Kamara says, good morning to you guys. I joined your conversation from United Arab Emirates, Abu. So what Bwaka and his police say about our people who were killed in Grand Cape County? It left in Melvina Red Lip Harris. Melvina, you get red lip, eh? Okay, that is it. Let's go into the issues here this morning. We've got the issues to talk about. Trust me, we've got the issues to talk about. Okay. Oh, we have 5 more minutes to go to our international desk. Mm-hmm. We've got the issues. Mm-hmm.
Certainly, because yesterday we talked about too many issues in our housekeeping, and we never allow the callers to be able to, make their point.
No, but at this point they will not be doing it. Oh, yeah, they think it be too
because the issues that we can use for housekeeping. Actually speaking, majority of them they can be the trendy issues within Liberia.
Yeah.
So, some of these people can really want to make their points on it though.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
And it is what it is. And we need to accept it. That is it.
That's the rules, yeah.
Yeah, so nothing else. But yeah, too many things happening in the country. What are some of the things we are, you now this is it, I think it's good for our democracy, right? There's this exchange of ideas. I don't want to say word for word.
Yeah.
Yes, exchange of ideas between Senator Amara Conan and that of Senator Abbott, the former pro-tem of the Liberian Senate. I think they've got their own views, particularly about the LEC issue. And Amara Conan proffered his own idea and his own suggestions, but they did not yield results. As you know that the House of Senate or the representatives, they go by, quorum or more votes into what will come on the floor.
Yeah.
So Senator Amara Conan couldn't have win, in that fight. But that's it. And you can see the exchange of ideas, the issues they raise, and that's good for our democracy. You can disagree, I disagree with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is how it is. But on the aspect, before we go to our international decks of the quote-unquote news of Josh being arrested at the Rabos International Airport, I can safely say to you, one of our colleagues in the media by the name of Charles Yes, I followed his page, and then he had gone to the airport to do his own investigation, independent investigation, along with Otavin Williams. So they are gone to the airport to do their own investigation to understand as to whether it is true there were drugs being arrested. But they found out that there were no drugs being arrested. And let me say this, and I want to say this clear. Let people stop thinking. The same thing happened in the Weahs administration. It happened during the Ellen Johnson's administration. And this is the people take onto themselves that sense of belonging when they are in government, because either maybe they ran campaign for the person, either maybe they think that they can talk to the president, or maybe they know someone that are very close to the president, or there's that proximity to the president. And it is in the case of Fadiga. I think with all the experience they've claimed he has, he's desperately behaving. You need to know the chain of command, You need to know scope of operations. As far as we are informed, Fadiga is the deputy director for operations. And so he controls the entire operations of the LDEA. And Abraham Kumar sits as the head of DEA. Yes, what I think, and yes, what I see, and yes, what it is clear that this is a total rudeness on the part of Fadiga. I think he feels that he's so entitled that the government owes him a lot, or he comes to the table with that quote-unquote, he has that experience, he has worked in this place, and all the kinds of things in the United States. Hey, that's a bluff. Lead that thing. That's a bluff. Lead that thing. If we get the whole profile Nkrumah is your boss. So there's nothing big and whatsoever about this. Abraham Nkrumah is your boss. He remains your boss. And you are answerable to him. Even though you were appointed, but you are answerable to Abraham Nkrumah. How do you go arrest drugs and you don't tell your boss?
Yeah.
And it is even clear that there were no drugs being arrested. So it is politics and fake grade that he brings to the DEL. Because something that happened and you say it happened. There were no drugs arrested, then you say you were arrested. If I could be Abraham Nkrumah, I will make you to bring the drugs that you think that were arrested. That is it.
Yeah.
False alarm. In the security sector, false alarm is a crime. You can't give false alarm. You know, say something is not happening, then you go and say, oh yeah, this thing is happening. This thing is happening. That's false alarm. And it should not be allowed, you know, in the security area. And I think Fadiga did not do well. He needs to desist and understand that Abraham Nkrumah is his boss, no matter what he do.
So he needs to. So we go now international correspondent, but there is this public service announcement from the judicial branch. It has to do with turn position. Let me just read it out today. At 11 o'clock, they are to appear there. These people who, these names, right? I'm going to read it out. It says, Judicial Branch, Republic of Liberia, Public Service Announcement, excuse me. The Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia will on Wednesday, April 24th, not today, excuse me, at the hour of 11 a.m., hand down advance opinions and render judgments in the following petitions for a writ of prohibition cases. 1. Honorable Garrison D. Yelu v. Government of Liberia versus the Government of Liberia. This is not the turning position part. It is the judgment that will be rendered to these people for the writ of prohibition. And Honorable Ragnar K. Nangwe versus the Government of Liberia, Andrew Peters versus the Government of Liberia, Edwina C. Zakpa versus the Government of Liberia, Prof. Wilson K. Tape versus the Government of Liberia, by order of the Chief Justice, Her Honor C. Yene G. Yuo, signed Samuel Mamalu Clerk, Supreme Court, dated this 15th of April 2024. So that is it. You listened. This writ of prohibition cases on the following names that I just mentioned, 5 names. On the 24th of April will be the hand down, advance opinion, and render judgment of the following petitions. So, Sekou, I think it's about time that we'll be able to move over to our international correspondents.
Certainly, it is time to move on. Let's go now to our international decks and talk to our international correspondents this morning on the show. This is where we do it only on this radio. We go to our international decks this morning now to see as well we can talk to them. There's a delegation from the Economic Community of West African States, individuals. They've arrived in Freetown, Sierra Leone. For what exactly they've arrived in the country, we're going to go to our Sierra Leonean correspondent. That's the man John Wayfield, to fill us in this morning with this information as to the delegation that has arrived in Sierra Leone. We're trying to establish this contact with John Wayfield as to get him and speak with him concerning the delegation in the country. We're told that ECOWAS community, the Economic Community of West African States Court, they've arrived in Sierra Leone delegation. For what exactly and what is it they're going to be doing there? What are some of the reasons why they are there? We're trying to get John this morning. Hope we can have him. We will use all the necessary means to hear me. Yeah, sometimes the whole thing here from this I can be some kind of way. But that is it. Okay, so we will go somewhere else. We'll come back to John, and then we need to go to the Gambia now and speak with Amadou Kante. We will join Amadou Kante shortly to speak with him concerning this news we're getting. Mind you, of recent, we announced that the European Union had a ban on Gambians, or restriction on the issuance of a visa for citizens of Gambia, and the government of Gambia had a time to call on all her citizens to return in the country. But here is the news that the European Union has finally reduced visa fee for Gambians after government cooperation in the process of re-administration, migration, and all these things in the area. So we want to establish contact with Amadou Kante, who's Voice of Liberia Gambian correspondent. So he tell us more about this. Amadou, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Yes, good morning, Seko, and thank you very much for having me.
Okay, let's go straight to the point. Why do you think EU made the U-turn on its visa fee sanctions on Gambian?
Well, this might only, maybe the reason in this case, the Gambia has been over the years facing these sanctions from the EU, and this has to be because the Gambia's citizens in European countries, were of course supposed to be repatriated over migration issues, but it has been difficult with the EU to convince the Gambian authority to accept these citizens coming back home. But over the years, most Gambian citizens have been, repatriated from different European countries, especially from Germany. So I want to believe it has been the main reason, as reported, that the Gambia government has agreed to admit her citizens back, from these European countries. So one may, of course, believe this would be the main reason why, after, a few years now, the Gambia has been accepting its citizens. The EU might feel it's the right time to reduce the visa sanctions that it has, meted on the Gambia over the years.
Did the authorities react to the latest decision, by the way, from the European Union?
Yeah, in a recent interview with a local media outlet, the Minister of Information welcomed the news of, that the EU have decided to reduce the visa fee on the Gambia. But according to him, that is in fact not enough. The Gambia government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, will continue to engage the EU authorities to further, remove the sanctions or reduce the visa fee. But equally, they would engage the authorities, to further, of course, look at the means on what the Gambian citizens are facing when they want to travel into European countries, and to further, in fact, harmonize the relationship, where the Gambians would, better enjoy in terms of benefits when traveling to Europe, or other engagement that they have been before these sanctions were, put on the Gambia. So he believes, yes, it is a very, important development, but there's still more that they want to do to further enhance the relationships.
Is the Gambian government still accepting repatriation of its citizens from EU countries?
That is a very interesting question. I, can tell you until, a few months ago, yes, the Gambian, of course, the migrants in European has been coming back home, and this, have triggered, or continues to trigger concern among family members, Gambians in the diaspora, who are pretty much concerned. They were on the social media, criticizing the Barrow administration, what has been the agreement. And, the agreement between the Gambia and the European Union has been pretty much concerned. And it was never clear whether it was an agreement that was signed between the two, of course, should I say, the institutions, also between the governments or authorities. But they have been coming home, and the government has said, these are not agreements signed by them. But apparently, at some point they were coming in a way that people were not, in fact, informed. But yes, the Gambian citizens or migrants have been repatriated. But recently, it have died down as it was before. So I think this is why this development would come definitely as a positive news for the Gambian citizen, and equally as the Minister of Information have said, they will further engage the European Union for a better relationship between them.
Thank you very much. Amadou Kante is Voice of Liberia, Gambian correspondent. On the line there, giving us that update from Gambia. On the show, we go to Nigeria to talk to Naomi Kombenda, where the Civil Aviation Authority has suspended the permit of 3 private jet operators for engaging in commercial flights in the country. What to say all about this? Mind you, most of the private jets in Nigeria are owned by politicians. What's happening about this? We're going to join Naomi Kombenda from Nigeria to tell us more on this development coming from there and what are some of the results, by the way. Naomi joins us this morning. Naomi, good morning.
Good morning, Faisal. Thank you for having me.
Bring us to speed with this development where the Civil Aviation Authority has been able to suspend the permit of 3 private jet operators for engaging in commercial flights.
Okay, thank you very much. You know that the aviation industry is one of the biggest industries that generates revenue for the Nigerian government. And because of that, some private individuals purchase their private jets, claiming that they are going to use them for commercial purposes, collecting the licenses for the private purposes, because the licenses for the commercial purposes are higher. And so people collect the licenses for private jets and then convert those private jets into commercial jets. And this is costing the Nigerian government a huge loss in the industry. And that is why the minister said that they are going to prevent them, suspend all those who are using private jets for commercial purposes. They also called it an economic sabotage, and is not going to allow it to continue. Now, one would wonder how a private jet comes into being at an airport where commercial aircraft are operating. But this is how they do it. They always bring the private jets, park them there, and then when people are traveling, so they're traveling with their friends and their families, and then they convert these people to passengers and do the runs where the Nigerian registered aircrafts or airliners are supposed to be running. And this is costing the government a huge lot of loss.
Naomi, has any of these private jet operating commercial flights been suspended so far as we speak?
Yeah, to expedite the action on the warning issued to them in January and February, the acting general director of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authorities yesterday suspended 3 operators of the private jets who are found guilty of not complying with this rules laid on the ground. And they didn't quite give us the names of the private jets that they suspended, but they said they suspended 3 of them already. And they also said that they should supply all their documents of registration to the aviation industry so that they will know who is running a private jet and who isn't. But so far, 3 of them have been suspended to the best of our knowledge.
How realistic is this threat of suspension, especially as private jet operators in the country, in Nigeria, are mostly politicians?
Okay, that's a very, very good question, Sekou. So the threat sounded so hard. The minister was sounding so tough this time around. But to the best of the knowledge of the Nigerian people, we know the way these things work. The ordinary people do not own private jets. It's owned by public office holders, particularly politicians. And he is also a politician. And he said that even his friends are going to be suspended, that the president has given a standing order that even the president's friends who own private jets should be suspended because they're not meant for commercial purposes. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. Maybe things have changed. We do not know. So we don't know how realistic this is. But until we see it actually come out to be, it's always easier to make policies in my country, but sustaining them is an issue. So for now, we are still watching.
Thank you very much, Naomi Kombenda from Nigeria. On the show this morning, she's Voice of Liberia Nigerian correspondent. Naomi Kombenda giving us the information about private jets being suspended. Mind you. Okay, we go to Ghana and see as well we can talk to Jonas Biarobi this morning on the show. We want to talk to Jonas Biarobi on the show this morning. Ghana risk losing premier cocoa position due to the Glumsey, according to the Ghana Cocoa Board. What exactly is happening? We're going to go to Jonas Biarobi. He's going to give us a clear picture of this info coming from Ghana this morning on the show. Good morning, Liberia, on Voice of Liberia 104.1. Jonas, good morning.
Good morning, Seku.
Jonah, thank you for joining us. We want you to paint a picture of how illegal mining is affecting cocoa production in Ghana, by the way.
Well, thank you so much, Seku. This particular issue that you are talking about is actually a very serious issue when you come to Ghana here. Mind you, cocoa is one of the very important aspect of Ghana's economy when you come to this country. But then, as you mentioned, illegal mining, just as cocoa farmers would want to use the land to farm, illegal miners also want to use the same land to do their mining activities. So the case here is that it appears that most of the areas where this gold is found is also the same area where the cocoa is being produced or is being farmed. Now, what happened is that most of these illegal miners, they go to the cocoa farms and then they begin to mine in the lands, and so by so doing, it damage the whole land. Some of them that has been already produced will all be cut off, and then they continue to do the production. So it's actually reducing the quantity at which production of cocoa, which actually is helping the country's economy, is going down drastically on daily basis.
What's the current state of Ghana's cocoa production, by the way?
Well, as we speak right now, when you look at the production, when you come to West Africa, the production of cocoa, Ghana and then Ivory Coast are the leading countries in terms of cocoa production. Due to these illegal mining activities, Ghana has already dropped. Now, Ivory Coast is the one leading in terms of cocoa production. Now, the current state of the cocoa production is that out of all the revenue that is generated into the country annually, cocoa sector alone brings like 34% of it. That is huge contribution to the economy, and so it's a sector that the country rely on heavily, and there's enough quantity production, but illegal activities continuously, as we speak right now, has affected it and is currently dwindling. If care is not taken, may even collapse if a lot of effort is not pushed into that area.
How dangerous, Jonas, is these activities that are threatening the production of cocoa in Ghana?
Well, so the danger here is that these illegal miners who go into the various forests or farmlands to go and mine in search of gold to the detriment of the production of cocoa, what they do is that when they are done mining in a particular area, they just leave the area without any effort to reclaim the land, and that is where the danger comes in. So if the land is not reclaimed, or if all lands are being taken over where cocoa producing, where cocoa is being grown effectively, and that land is being competed by the miners, it means that the cocoa farmers may not get access to farm again. And in that sense, if Ghana is not able to produce cocoa, it's going to affect the economy very heavily. 34% of revenue generation annually into the economy. That aspect all is going to be lost. And now the question here is that because of the huge amount of money that comes from the gold mining sector, most of these cocoa farmers who want quick money and cannot wait for their cocoa beans to be harvested and sold, some of them go to sell their cocoa farms to these illegal miners. And so now that is being sold to them, they have the opportunity, they clear all the cocoa that has been grown, and then they use that land for illegal mining. So the danger and the problem here is that if the cocoa beans have been cleared, the cocoa trees have all been cut down, it means the country continuously will be losing. Cocoa doesn't take just a year to mature or to be able to produce bean, it takes a number of years. So if it's been clear today, it will mean that we may have to spend so many years again to be able to bring back the cocoa. And if that is not done on time, as usual, already a developing country, that middle income country, our fortunes in terms of economy and resources and revenue is going to come down completely.
Thank you very much, Jonas Biarubi. He's our Ghanaian correspondent on the line this morning from Ghana and giving us the that update about cocoa in Ghana. We want to go back to Sierra Leone and see as well we can join our man John Wayfield and see whether we'll get him this time around. If we don't, then we call it a day. Then we move on to our discussions and move on. There are lots of things happening around the world, though. Yeah. But the illicit mining that is tampering with cocoa in Ghana. So that is it. We stay trying to get in our guy John Wayfield, but we stay finding it difficult. If we have him, trust me, we're queuing in. But until then, we need to move on. Yes, let's move on. Samira?
Yes.
We've got the issues to talk about.
Certainly, we do have them. We do have them. We actually have them.
Yeah.
So we said that in housekeeping, we were going to get CDC chairperson Akako.
Okay. So this is what he said, the chairman of CDC. Just to let you know, PROSA Peaceful March stands, which is on Friday. Those of you that believe in it, you are encouraged to come out in your number. Your lawmakers are in support of it. It is not wrong to stand and speak to the government of what you think they are not doing right. It is your right. Come out in your numbers and support them, and make your issues to be heard. You know. But let's play you this, and this is the chairman of CDC.
The CDC successful example of coalition that won the elections in 2017, and we are back in opposition. We are actually looking forward to building new partnerships. As you see, the Unity Party is already faltering. The Unity Party is not behaving like a party that governed for 12 years. That is a clear indication that they were not ready to govern. And we are happy that the CPP was now part of this shipwreck. The Unity Party government has actually crashed land there. It has no idea as to what it is doing. An opposition community, we look forward to working together to keep the government feet to the fire, because we all have a vested interest in the stability and the consolidation of our democratic process. And that's why His Excellency President, we are, even though his declared defeat was within the margin of error, but for the sake of the peace, the stability of the country, we conceded. Not because he didn't concede for the position of weakness, because we were considered the court. There were allegations of so many things happening around the country. The CPP 1% is questionable, and we all know.
Okay, that is it. And that's it from the chairman of CDC, Jangako, the former Controller General of the Republic of Liberia. Now, at 9 o'clock, sorry, we need to do a little bit of adjustment. We'll have Alvin Wuse. He comes from CDC. You know, when you have too many things. So he joins us at 9 o'clock, so we'll do some adjustment. We'll bring the labor issue. So let's move on now. The chairman of CDC is calling on all opposition political institutions to stand together so that they can make this government, this president, a one-time president.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But let me say this. You know, a united front yield results. If you have all the folks joining hands together, and definitely, Joe Boka is not going to contest in 2029. It is not possible.
It's not that
is clear. He's off the hope.
Yes.
So it is only with those of the people that think they want to succeed him are the ones that it is already clear that Joe has failed. He has gone nowhere. He has failed.
Yeah.
Right? So it is clear, but it is also important that if you, the opposition folks, you need to stand together. You need to unite. You know, unity will make you people to you agree with us that when you go to the 2029 elections, there's no more wallow-ballow as to you will beat, you win the elections, even the first round.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, let's talk about this rule thing. Yesterday we wanted to say something about it, but we couldn't say it because we had some other issues. We've seen on social media where quote unquote supporters of the government, the Ministry of Public Works, they posting quote unquote that the road work has started. I don't know from where.
From some. Like
yes.
I said, the rural area.
Yes, I think from the rural area. They said the road works started, and so it is in fulfillment of the precedent 100 days deliverable.
Yeah.
Let us make some things clear. We said this thing and we'll continue to say it. This entire government came to the governance of our country unprepared, and they come with fragile. And they are yet to understand that they are governing this country, and they need to stop lying the way they've been lying. I need to say that in simple English. They need to stop lying the way they've been lying. Right? What's the possibility that with remaining how many more days?
13.
13 days, you'll be able to face the rules across the country. So you just on a road that was initiated, that was done by the just past government.
Yeah.
Then you on that road, you say, you're put machine there. You did it, you say, oh, we now start working everything. What have you done there?
To tell you, Pasego.
That road has been there.
Yes.
That road was being paved the way it is paved by the past government.
Yes, and secondly, you will see that they have these calipers, they are out there, and they are saying that, you know, they are starting the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what they are saying. But let me say this, right? To tell you that all of their statements, they are always contradicting, right? You see that Bwaga, he spoke with one of BBC reporters, and he said that they won't pave the road. He meant that these roads like a pop holes, right? They will fill it in. So when he said 100 days deliverable, he never meant exactly that they will reconstruct the roads, right? Or they will be able to pave all of them.
Yeah,
they say
the road from Broadville to Gbapolu.
Yes.
Yeah, so the road from Broadville to Gbapolu.
It was what Bwaga said, right? But now you are seeing calipers on the road, and they are about to start paving the road. Yeah, where we come in now. You said that you were going to do the pop holes, and now it shows that the previous governments, they were the ones that signed these contracts for these roads. Segu.
But listen to what the former president said.
Seriously.
Listen, and I will post this thing today. This is what the former president posted on his story on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
He said. And it's truth, and I agree with it. And what he says is truth, right? Because this government is behaving, and it is clear that they've come to the governance of our country without being prepared.
They can lie too much.
Something that the past government, they agree that government is continuity.
Yeah.
But they don't agree to the good things that the government did.
No.
They only want to take the glory. I mean, they do not agree to some of the things that the government did not do that they should have done. They don't agree to it. But the good things that the government has done, they don't want to praise the government, but they want to take on the glory as if to say they are the ones that are doing these things.
Projects that were initiated
and
by
it is not the case here. So listen to what former President George Weah said on his post, on his stories post on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
He said, Mr. Liar Man, you don't know what...
Tagwan. That's what funny you mean.
Yeah, they probably do that, probably. He said, Mr. Liar Man, you don't know what Tagwan... Okay, he meant to say, you don't know what Tagwan? And you know that a Jamaican way. He said, Mr. Liar Man, you don't know what Tagwan? So you can take glory for roads we paid for nothing. Wrong with that. So he said, the people can can take glory for road they pay for.
And nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They agree that, okay, the past government pay for the roads.
Yeah.
They can come up and say, oh, the past government pay for the road.
Exactly.
But they're making it to look as if to say they are the ones. They're making it to look as if they say, oh, they pay for the roads and everything, even though they know that government is continuity.
Yeah.
Then he continues, he says, Liberians and Liberia will still benefit. To God be the glory for the good things he has done.
You know what I would say, Seku? Maybe this past president start ready to talkative step for you to come and be saying, because some of these things that can go on, some of the posts that they make be saying you know script.
Oh, but yeah, they the bagu by there.
Seriously,
yeah, the men know what's up.
Mr. Liar Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it's true, Joe Walker and Liar Man, because everything that they're doing, they continue to show the fake way into what they do. And that it shows that your government is not responsible. Yeah. Any responsible government will put aside politics and look at the reality and speak as of the reality on hands. Now, it will give you a respect as a government where you to announce, okay, this road we are about to do was being initiated and paid for by the past government. But because government is continuity, we will not say we will stop the job, but we will continue with the job. That's good. What will it do to you? What will it take from you? But you're making it to look as if to say you are the ones that have gone into the negotiation, you've signed all the documents, and you've got the contract, and you've been able to pay for the contract.
Making it to look like it's the 100 days deliverable. You people have started, right? So my point here is who I said and I was saying, tell you that who did the contracted themselves, right? You're seeing people posting around, you're seeing calipers on the road, people saying how the project is about to start and all of that, right? You are seeing that. But now, let us look back. Mr. Bwaka said that he were going to do pavements.
Yes.
So how is it that calipers on the road and they are trying to remove all of the dirt and everything? Meaning it was the project that was paid for by the government because the president said that he wasn't going to do pavements.
Because Joe Bwaka, hey man, I want to get that thing what Joe Bwaka said. I hope call that guy where Joe Bwaka spoke about the road issue with the journalist. I want to get that voice.
Yeah,
I want us to play it for you. Yes, I will want to play it for you. Yeah. When they asked him, he said he was not doing pavement of roads. He was just doing the potholes. So you see. We will bring everything to you people and yourself. We know exactly
so
that.
Now, you see,
but Joe did not come to the presidency and everything they're doing, it is all fake.
Yeah.
So it says to you that it is the past government. Now this is what the people, they want to take on the glory, but they don't want to appreciate the people that gave them the glory.
Exactly, that's the problem.
How possible it is. So Pajo said he's not doing any road, he's not paving road and everything. He said that potholes.
They say caterpillars on the road.
Then caterpillar, then they'll say they now start the road.
How is it possible? So now, you're like 4% arrested and a liar, man.
And let's say this to some of you, maybe you don't know. This is how it works. Once you enter a contract with a company, a legit contract, and that money being paid, that company is under obligation no matter what next government comes into being. That company, you know the audio, right? That company is under responsibility to carry out that job.
Oh, yeah.
That company is under responsibility to carry out that
job.
Or not. So, okay, very good. So, no matter what, it is a new government, you know.
So, it's the company responsibility. So, the roads, the caterpillar is seeing you on the road, their fellow Liberians. We just got tipped that the former president said that it was being paid for by them to be able to construct the road.
But everything even if the former president is not saying it is clear, it is glaring that the former government was I'm just saying it. It is clear that the former government was the one that paid.
Yeah.
Because Joe Bwaka came with his own idea and he said what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Even though he said he would pave the road at the first time, he came back, he contradicted himself. He said, no, it is not pavement he's talking about. He's going to do potholes. Then he comes back. He comes back again and says something different. So when you see people moving with these things and everything, nobody is against development. It is not a bad thing. But the bad thing here is for this government, okay, you're listening to this interview of what he said. This is Joe Bwaka.
The first 100 days, we have said it over and again. We know the cost of living in this country, and even health problems that are associated with the messy road conditions. We want to improve that immediately so that we can prepare for their construction. We want to thank them, President Weah, for conceding, and want to assure them that we are all Liberians. What we want is a peaceful Liberia. Our move will be to reconcile the society, to make sure that we all get on board.
I think our producer need to come and give us
the particular one with BBC.
The
one with BBC.
We need to get we need to get the real one. We want to get the real, on 100-day deliverables. Our system here got too many of these things, so we're trying to lay our hands on it. But in the meantime, as we await to get the real audio, where Joe Boaka said they won't do the road, they will do pop. They will do the pop holes.
Particularly, it was the interview of BBC correspondent. Yeah.
Yes, when he went. Yes. Yes. Come, don't worry. Yeah. So that is it, folks. And it says it is clear to you. Then you see the running around. Oh, yeah, they're coming to do the road and everything. We're not against the road. It's a very good thing. Yes, it is good that they do the road, right? But the thing here is, make the public know that this rule was being initiated before you're coming into being. You want to make the past government to look as if they said they did not do anything. You say the civil servant salary issue, you cancel it. Have you done it? You still got civil servant. And the good thing now that the government is about to do using Jokai or whatsoever you call him, is to go and enter into an agreement with EcoBank. Now, that's the smartest and the cleanest way of stealing from people.
Yeah.
Because that 3% that goes to the bank, can you imagine? You say people should be, you are forcing people to take their salaries with EcoBank. So meaning all the civil servants in the country will be using EcoBank. Using EcoBank and say, okay, when the salary not come, or maybe you get a salary, you can take it and you say 3. And you know how they can do collateral?
Yeah.
That the whole thing that Jokaya has entered with EcoBank.
Yeah.
And I call on all of you civil servants, don't fall for that thing. There's nothing good into it. Do you know what it means? If you make it 150 and you go take $75 advance and you go take 3% from that money, you know how much you're going to get? So you do that at the middle of the month. You do that at the end of the month. It's like you're just working for the bank.
Oh, yeah.
And Josiah.
Yeah.
Jokai. It doesn't make sense.
Not at all.
It doesn't make sense. Why must you go, but...
I don't know what is going on, because even the civil servants just the other day, EcoBank paid, right? They paid on Saturday. Then they took the money back. They took the messages back and all of that. And they said that they will resend the money. So I don't know what's going on. Because, I know people that, they are civil servants and they have accounts with EcoBank. So they pay them actually on Saturday. So what's going on? Where are the hitches coming from? How is it possible that a banking institution will pay their civil servants, and at the end of the day, they take the money back, take all of the messages back, and tell them that they will resend the money right within that period of time? It was wherein they said that they are coming up with this thing wherein you can credit. If you won't do this, you can credit, and things like that. It's something that, we don't know what is going on. We actually don't know what is going on. Because if you're working for 150, 200, 300, and you credit 3 or 4 times within a month, your money finished.
Okay. So let's try this and see what it is, the interview he had.
You also say that no car should get stuck in the mud. The roads in Liberia sound bad, but to invest in the roads, you need money from somewhere. So how do you plan to pay for better roads?
I mean, if you live in Europe, every year there's going to be winter, there's going to be snow. So for the roads during the rain season to be bad is not a surprise. So what I am saying is based on my own experience. Year after year, cars are stuck in the mud, the people can't move. The impact that has on health, on education, on people movement, the prices of goods. So I said that at least within the first 100 days, we should be able to make all vehicles move on our roads, not paving them, but to make sure that we
not paving them.
On our roads, not paving them, but all vehicles move on our roads, not paving them, but to make sure that we remove all the bad stuff, fill them up, and make it possible for people to move. That's what I said. All vehicles move on our roads, not paving them, but to make sure that we remove all the bad stuff. All vehicles move on our roads, not paving them, but to make sure that we remove all the bad stuff, fill them up.
And you see, so my people, if Joe, hey man, I won't see the other thing. If Joe can lie, then what can Joe can do? And you see, they want like broad day. So it says to anybody, and you will believe that this project from Broadville to Wapolu, that the government, since they took over, are just being able to, the people carry the mansion. They're now running around with ADC that did it. So it says to anybody that it is the past government. Because the government, the president is saying that they're not doing payroll.
Yeah.
They're doing purpose and everything.
It was what he said. I said it.
So this same man has contradicted himself. One point in time he said he will do payroll across the country. Another time he comes and say he will do this one.
Yeah.
So he says things,
But in real life, now, 100 days to the people that you talking about. If we get the force in place, say in 100 days there will be no car stuck in the mud.
Yes.
Then BBC say it was not what I said. What I said was we have to pay exactly. But see how they may stick into talk.
Okay, let's go to the lines because we will talk about something else around 8:30. We'll talk about the labor ministry issue. I'm getting a report that all of the EPS officers that they've illegally put them down, they are planning to cause serious problem. And just watch up and see. And we are in support of them. We are in support of them. If you all need our assistance financially or whatsoever, we are open up and we will be of great help to you people. Yeah? All the EPS people, we are in support of you people that they put them illegally. Eh? Now, all the same game, man. But let's go to the lines and talk about this issue. 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907. The line for Banga Bon County people,
0779-003-835, 0779-003-835. That's the number for Kankabon County. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira, and let me say good morning to the great CEO of our time. Mr. Sherry and my sister Samira, this is David King, the Popo defender. I call you this morning from my resident. Omen Bwakai is the real liar man. He's a real liar man. This man has lied to the Liberian people to take on the presidency. And even in the presidency, he continued to lie here in people. I remember one night I was tuning to that so-called radio small event, and they were leaving Pierre to Acid Do on that platform that night. He said, I said, let me tell you something. You guys did some good things, but we use propaganda to remove you from power. And it is clear. Those people lie to our people because they know they got the benefit of our people. So they told our people lie to come to power. Now they come to power with a puppet leader who do not have the understanding of leadership. He don't even know where to start from. He don't know how to proceed. And they are yet doing all sorts of things. Today you see in the EPS, 200 agents have been downside by Sengi, who is based on the police in America. And you cannot have the kind of unprepared people leading our country to total chaos. You see that they don't know where to start from. They are taking glory for things that President we are doing in this country. That is to tell you that Joseph Boakai, when he lied, will not succeed in this country. Anything that he put in, he will not succeed because he doesn't even know where to start from and how to proceed. So we are seeing people in Liberia should tune into Voice FM so that they can get our Voice of Liberia, so that they can be able to have.
Okay.
Josiah Chokai has come to Steve on the same.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister Amira, and good morning to the CEO, Mr. Sharif.
Go ahead.
This This is Julius Sevely, and I call you from Banga City, Bon County.
Go ahead, Julius.
Okay. For me, I'm a civil servant, but I read about the EcoBank issue. Regrettably, I can't go there, to be frank with you. Because the first thing is that we don't have salary as civil servant in Liberia. We have stipends. You're giving me $100, $90 as BSc holder, and you are telling me to go and be crediting from EcoBank. How true is that? 3% with EcoBank. How many will I bring home? Right now, rent is 3,005. Maybe I have about 7 or 8 persons that I'm catering to. I have 2 beds about. How many will remain with me? How many will I save? So I just see it to be a kind of more greater with the civil servant. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's take us from that side. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Secretary and your co-host in studio. I'm Emmanuel M. Super Jr. Your conversation this morning from the Office of the Inter-Letter Flag of District number 14. Well, Sekou, I have to call in, this morning, especially, when I listen to the audio played by you guys. This shows, the level of deception by Mr. Boycott. We told that Mr. Braga was not going to do anything new. As a matter of fact, he holds a 1960 BSc, and I thought his idea are key. All they needed to do was to give President Weah a second chance, a second minute to transform the country. Now you see Mr. Braga is going ahead by saying he didn't say he's going to pay road with Senegal, he's going to make fly about it's quite unfortunate. And now you want to tell the Liberian position? In fact, they could be leaving this land. Those people that they are illegally returning, the EPS officers, we will stay with them in any protest, including the civil servants that they are illegally forcing them to sign some documents that they won't go to court. These things are not right. If Mr. Walker has come to how to call it, rescue this country, honor his rescue thing, then he should do the better thing by giving Liberian people a job, not to take jobs from them and put it in the street. It's quite unfortunate that these to the Liberian people. But there is an old wicked man, and he has been wicked for his youthful age, and so he continues in the present day. Thank you for informing me the time.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're live.
Thank you. God bless you, and God bless Mama Liberia. God bless President Weah. This is the prophet, Prophet Emmanuel S. Wati. I call you for Kakata and Magidi County. Thank you this morning for the show, my sister and CEO. These people use lies, jealousy, envy, and insult against President Weah to win this election. President Weah is a good leader. The reason for which I am saying this, President Weah didn't use power. President Weah didn't shed blood for the Liberian people to vote for him, for the Liberian people to love him. God placed love in our heart for President Weah. President Weah is a peaceful leader, and we stand with him. We always support him because we see the duty. Anything President Weah say he can do it. So I refer to it as God can do. So the only way they play coaching will be blessed. The people, everything they did to President Weah, God will tell and make it happy to them because the Bible says, do unto others as you want to be done to you. When you use insult and jealousy against somebody for no reason, President Weah is blessed forever, and God will bless his nation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Amos Cole. I call from Banga, Bon County, Banga. And in recent time, I've been thinking, I don't know whether Mr. Walker himself run the show. I don't understand. I think people are doing the work for him, that's what I'm understanding. Because too much mistake for a man who worked in government for 42 years to see this kind of mistakes from the very early stage of his administration. I don't. He's too old for that. So I don't.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's take that call. Good morning.
Thank you, Samira. Good morning to you, then. Good morning to Sekou. Good morning to your listeners across the country.
Good morning.
This is Hussein Kew. And I phone it around Jakarta in District 2. So let me say this. Thanks to the government for such a wonderful initiative. I think that is a relief for the people of Lofa County in other neighboring counties. Now, let me say this. Government is continuity. This is why we told people, now, every responsible government will have to do what we call a follow-up. And let's agree that the previous government had this agreement. But if this government is not responsible, right, then they won't have follow up on these, on these agreements. So this is why we said to people, if we bring a responsible government, you always find things, going very smoothly. We give the credit to the previous government. So if we cannot give that, applause to this government for just doing a follow up on this agreement, then meaning we are not honest. And this is about development. So if people want to criticize it, it's up to you to criticize. But I think the government is doing exceptional work to improve the life of the people. Thanks to the Minister of Public Works and the President to fulfill on their promises to the people in 100 days. And I believe the President will do. So thanks, and thanks to President Blanca for such a wonderful initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you, Samara. Let me say good morning to Seku.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Washington Soup, and I come from Israel.
Okay.
You see, as a leader, you need to be very responsible.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a irresponsible person. Joseph Braga has just proven to be an irresponsible president of this country. Why were you allowed to Liberian people? You told us that in 100 days there will be no cash in Liberia. And then go to BBC and say another thing that is a clear indication of being an irresponsible person. Don't think Braga. Bring the people of this country. And who you no longer have retentive memory. Giving the country to him, it was a serious mistake. A very, very serious mistake. That's the reason why you see people that the direction trying to see from the other people that are working at civil because we have president to control the system. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take calls. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
Yeah, thank you. Samara, this is the people's governor. They both talk about district number 10 governor, Dr. Isaac, and I join you for my oral resident. Yeah, let me say good morning to you, and let me say good morning to our CEO in the country for now. To the issue, we told people with the issue about the rescue mission. Time with our number that the rescue mission, was just intended for a few group of people. Look at the way they're treating our mothers and our fathers. The person got to warn you all, before they be your mind and power. But people that they are putting on a job, is this the way the rescue mission want to?
Okay, that person left the line. We hope that you'll be able to call back. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira and Seku.
Yes, go ahead.
Peter David Castle, I call from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville. And for us, what's happening is an extreme thing to us. We knew very well, we told the Liberian people to elect a 93 years old with a glamour degree in the presidency. What do you expect? A complete failure. Let me tell you, we are in the modern age. We need people that can think. We need innovative people. Joseph Boga cannot sit down and even think for a complete second. You bring that kind of man into the presidency, and it's a complete disaster that Liberia is going to do. The 100 days has been a complete failure. He went to BBC, he lied. Yeah, and he came to the Liberian people, he lied to his supporters who are not acquainted with information. But for us, we were clear. We knew very well that when Joseph Boga becomes president, Liberia is going to be face a serious difficulty because he lacks innovation. He is not a presidential material. This is a man that throughout his life, he has just been a leash and total ability to the state resources. He has not worked out of the government because he lacks the capacity to work in any other area in the government because you go there, corrupt the state resources, enrich themselves and their family. Currently, Joseph Boakai children are the richest people in Liberia. They are just partially house. They are just partially and they start a house right on a Ralphie highway. You see how these guys are very much wicked to this particular country. Then when you talk, other people want to come and defend. Why you got to defend? We believe in tangibility of results. What can you prove to us? You think we're stupid like you people?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Amira.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
See you all morning.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, this Pastor Mohammed from Iron Gate Brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Liberian, we made mistake. And the issue about the road from Broward Store to Bakulu, you know, when we went with the president in the Western region, President Weah went down there and told the people in Bakulu, the 100-bed hospital has come. So the road now coming. They shouldn't pretend here. They shouldn't laugh. That was the president just posed that because he was fair in Bakulu. He told them that the road coming because the Western region referral hospital has to get road. We can't build a place here without road. You know, the point they are ungrateful to President Weah, but God will pay him. God is the one who died, he and his family and his children. Because we are ungrateful to President Weah, something has set a key on it. It's so sorrowful. Today, I don't know why the World Bank has left this place here, like this is 17. Because everywhere President Weah took their comment because this district is second largest district that has no electricity. When he decided to bring electricity in this 17, everywhere you find, we'll talk about it and say, oh, that World Bank, that World Bank. Everything President Weah was doing, they will not give it to the government. That man, Ellen, World Bank. But today, we in that, they are in that because I'm not allowed myself. I'll get my 4-4 current, 24-hour water current coming. So we just pray. But Baba had nothing to offer me. Anything Baba is doing in this country, it will surprise me. Because you have no history. You have no history of doing any good thing. Because his children say they are ghetto people.
Okay. Thank you. Let's take the next call. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
And the person is on the line, but
Yeah.
you know, that's the thing about them. Let's take this person as the last call. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ruben?
You're live.
This Ruben coming.
Okay, Ruben, go ahead.
Ghana this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Simple for me, nothing of this government will surprise me. I told people before the election that this government will never be able to control this country. Now, if you look at Liberia, instead of progress, it's just integrating every day. Because the 5 years is that Omer is coming with mindset. Not a day I saw Omer Boakai give a praise to former President Weah. Now the same thing now is repeating itself in history. Now everything they are doing, the colonial road they are making, they want to put mark. Say Joseph Boakai is the one that are making it. But you see, yesterday I was so happy when I saw the United Party auxiliary on one of their sister radio, OKFM. They were crying how they are disappointed in the government. Those guys cried yesterday as if they are not even part of the United Party. And even some of their leader called. It's only there yesterday. He said how ungrateful those people are. I'm not disappointed. Thank you for my brother and have a better day.
Thank you. Okay. Let's transition now, because at 9 o'clock our guest will be here, and I will need to leave you people at 9 o'clock because I have some other engagements in the interest of every one of us. Okay. Yesterday, fellow Liberians, we said to you about some of the things that were happening at the Ministry of Labor, and it was issues. They were issues of concern. But let's just tell you about what the minister has intended to do again. The minister had gone to the inspectorate department, and he changed or transferred 10 persons, and the minister has intended, I think he's supposed to be giving the letters to the people to change 10 commissioners. Even though civil servants say this, He's still doing what he's doing. And in fact, how do you take over an institution and start to change people to that with such a volume? These people are civil servants. You are changing them and putting people that are of no civil servant nature. What is it? So what? Let me just tell you, Kupokra, maybe you don't know. The action or decision or the change you want to do with the commissioners, I challenge you to do it. It will be your last bus stop. Watch up and see what they're planning, right? Watch up and see. You've done it to other people, but the commissioners will be the last people for you to just wake up. In fact, all of the 10 commissioners from across the country, they are in Monrovia.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Monrovia. And they will go to you in their numbers. And you want this, and you want to change them, they will go to you in their numbers. You will call the police, or you will call the whosoever. You can't continue to behave like this. You take over the institution, and you put it in that place. Is not your political institution, where you think say all your partisans will be, even as they are not qualified, you put them there. So we wrote we informed some of our friends at the House of Representatives. Earlier on, we informed the Senator of Mangibi County and PAC, Public Account Committee, headed by Representative Clarence Gar. They had invited the management of sectors, their solution sectors. So yesterday, according to my source, Kupokra visited the Capitol building 2 different times. Yes, it. Y'all listen. Yeah. Me, I like to say my own things before you reach. They wrote the management of sectors to provide simple things, to give document, to give the contract, to give the performance report. And the generation of their revenue for the time they've been in the contract. Very easy as anything. Have they done it? They've not. SETEX has not done it. To submit the document, they've not done it. So Kupokra had gone to have a conversation, and I don't want, because I will speak with Representative Sibo right after my show, and I'll have a conversation with him. I'm told that he had gone to Sibo to use Sibo in this entire process. Number one, they've shown disrespect. They said, bring the documents. They say no. Today they are to be there. Kupokra is not the manager or head of their solution or settings, but he has forced himself that he wants to go be in the meeting. Kopo, I give you 100% go ahead, go there. And you will see the results you will get from yourself. Go for the meeting. Just go for the meeting. You're going to do the right thing. Go for the meeting. Go for the meeting, because you're no longer the Minister of Labor again. You may be the manager or head of SETEX. You know, folks, when we say these things, and let me say this today, let me make it clear again. No one is against anyone. What we are against here is few individuals enriching themselves at the detriment of the people of this country. Where in this world will it make sense that a government institution has the capacity to generate 5 million plus by itself, and go enter into an agreement of someone that will generate 6 million plus, and out of that 6 million plus, you give 40% to the person? So that deal is as useless as the way Kupokra is useless. So it makes no sense. So we've raised the issue. We've reached out to people. We've reached out to lawmakers now, and it has caught the attention of some of the serious lawmakers. They've invited the people. Their country, it is good that we have conversation. We should not go back to the butchers. We should not fight each other. Go to the lawmakers. If you think that you went through all the procurement process go there. Submit them. If you think that our bidding process, submit all the building documents. Who was in charge of the building process? Submit them. Prove us wrong. If you think that you enter the contract the right way and the contract is in the interest of the country, prove us wrong. Go there. Submit the documents. Show the agreement. Why is it they don't want to do it? Right? But on that, we leave it with the PAC. I trust them. I know no matter what they do, I trust the PAC. No matter what they do, they will do the right thing because it's just as easy as anything. And I'm told it has caught the attention of the House as well. So it is starting from the PAC. So if any result comes from the PAC, it goes to section. Then let them invite them. Your team will leave in this thing? No. If we use all the other means, it doesn't work. We'll use the other means that SETICS will not go and do what you're supposed to do. We, the citizens of this country, we have the numbers of people who can come out. We'll put the citizens out that you, Kopoka, will not even go to work because SETICS will not work. If you think, say, we're making fun, let's try it. And you get 2 police people, you will know whether the police people can be there and do anything to anybody. You will get to know about it. And like we said, this contract is useless as the way Kopoka is useless. This contract has no benefit for this country. What's so much about this contract that they don't want this contract to go? Okay, if you guys want this contract to remain good, we give the people 5%. We give them 10%. That's fair enough. We give them 10%. It's fair enough. Why must we give the people 40% out of 100%? When they themselves, since they took over, they've not been able to generate even 10 million. So they're going into our own money that we can generate for ourselves. The Kopoka has turned. You see, when we say on the radio, we say, oh, Kopoka received 200,000. You feel we hate the man. Kopoka has turned to be the backbone of SETICS. See how disgraceful it is, shameless. Then the man is there fighting, removing people from one place to another, putting a kinsman there, putting a partisans there, putting unqualified people, putting people that are not part of civil servant in civil servant positions and everything. But you know, they say you got to talk. When we talk, then we'll take the next action. The workers at the area, they're willing to come out. We will start and we will see with the commissioners that he wants to change. We will start with the commissioners and you will see the reaction from the commissioners. Let's go to the lines. Let's listen to you, Liberians. This is Kopoka again today. Call the numbers.
0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0779-003-835, 0779-003-835. These are the numbers to call to be able to participate. Let's take the first call. Good morning.
Good morning to the peace-loving people, Mama Labio.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you ever so much for having me on the show. The new Mr. Sherry, first one of great calling from Broadview. You see, Samira, the mindset of the Liberian people that one got us where we are today. For dismissing Kopoka under President George Manuel regime was no crime committed. You see, Kopoka, these are the people that just came in this country to steal from the Liberian people. They want to use the what the state resources to perpetuate themselves. These are the political cartel. By then, the LDS board, we have to be what UG Fakon refers to them as political cartel. These people just came in power to steal from the Liberian people. Can you imagine? Kopoka is complete role. These are the people that we're supposed to be calling role. Not somebody who just go and judge for somebody. Kopoka is complete disaster to this particular country. I think there's a time for President Joseph Lima Boakai to take a drastic action against Kopoka. Let him suspend him for time indefinite. Let him go on investigation. Thank you, Samira, for having me on your show this morning. And good luck to our brother, Sheku Sherry. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. That person left the line, 0770-907-907. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
You are live.
Good morning, Brother Secretary, the voice of the voiceless. My name is Redmond Revolutionary Macreate. I'm joining you from the Mighty Coalition of Democratic Change headquarters. You know, we told the Liberian people that this government, I don't want to blame Kopoka. When Kopoka was here, he made
la Post and Telecommunication, a toothless bulldog. So Kubakwa is a very corrupt individual who is there for a personal gain. What Kubakwa is doing, Kubakwa is feeding a Kubakwa slave master doing a thing, putting his brothers and friends to position that they are not competent for. So Kubakwa, you know what kind of orb will also drink down. Kubakwa is doing a thing to the Liberian people. And we want to say this. They scatter this. They are so-called slaves then are there joining for them, rejoicing for them. They are not making any comment. Just the politics. This is Liberia. As a Liberian citizen, you should get your sole benefit. Our parents send us to school to go and achieve what we need to achieve for them. Mr. Boyka and his so-called Kubakwa, they should stop what they are doing. Instead, not having a permit to serve the Liberian people, he shouldn't force his way there. Because any attempt for Kubakwa and his so-called slave master, it will be attempted by the Liberian people. The Liberian people will rise up in their number to tell them that this original belongs for a Boyka or a Kubakwa who made the Liberian Post and Telecommunication.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear. Good morning this morning, this video.
You're live.
Yeah, this is Aaron too, and I do join you from the community bell people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I really want to say this morning, you know, the government has really created what the identical crime is the only man I have the knowledge of serving in the ministry work. He's trying to put people down from their table to make a poor living. The identical man, Mr. Boga, has to very see reason about him. And this government, the thing that they are doing is not correct. Even we are hearing another information circulating around that. Even they put to mountain from Grand Gate, few senators start with the president and then sign the contract by sending that mountain. And all of these things is not correct. Before company could go somewhere else, that the citizen be able to benefit from that place. And but that mountain, the way they're talking it, that they set it on the ground when they're having to do it, the people that will go there to work on that mountain should be very much careful with themselves. Because that is not the reason of which that mountain was created for this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Baba calling from Liberia-VOL Junction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could come because the whole thing is just looking at phone now. Because the president or the minister himself, all they're doing the same thing. So I don't know. I just hear it because those in the PM 4 hours and the program poor because now we don't want 4 hours the poor in the kind of mess. The other people who told them these things yesterday, they refused to listen to us. So they don't want poor in the mess. Thank you, man. We're just here looking at them.
Okay, thank you. Let me take this one. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Samara.
Good morning. You're live.
Thank you. Washington Sue from Billsville. My sister, let me say thanks to you and the people. This government doesn't even work.
That person, your line is very, very much terrible. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning. You're live.
Yeah, this is Editon from Chicken Soup Factory. Number is for the look. Who is the Kupokakra? Every time we on radio, it comes to corruption issue. And the president is not doing anything about it. It's a disgrace to our president and Kupokra. So everything you're doing to Liberian people, you are aware of it, and you cannot take action against it, and you're just sitting there. It is wrong. Who is Kupokra? Every time we be crying, and even the legislature too, they are not even calling Kupokra. It is wrong, and we should condemn it. In case of any protest, we will tell you, we support our people in this process because it is wrong. It is wrong. You're trying to rescue people. You should not be behaving this way.
Okay.
The Oakland's way is very, very bad.
All right.
Your president too.
Thank you, man. This is CP.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is John B. Abaudo. I'm calling from Bond Country this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Samira, you know what's going on about Cooper crack issue? This thing is like the president is in the know. It is a deal between the president and Cooper Cry. The president has authorized Cooper Cry to do whatsoever he is doing. So this is not something that Cooper Cry is doing his own. If it was so, then this president now was coming to come in and do something towards it. But every day there are issues about Cooper Cry, and our president is safety in knowing all. So he didn't know. So that Cooper Cry do what he's supposed to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, my sister. Let me say good morning to Sepu. This is the same way usually I'm calling from my local resident this morning. My sister, I think we are not very serious. No single country will have a 79-year-old man that is not prepared making them president. See, look. And all the government ministers and agencies, they are downsizing our people, putting our people down because they were employed by George Weah, or they were supporters of George Weah. It's not the issue of George Weah. Those people are Liberians. All Liberians, you have the right to earn a daily meal. Government is under responsibility to take care of its citizens. But Joe Walker is on the contrary. They came to rescue us, but our people are dying on a daily basis. See the road construction. He said within 90 days, no car will be here. Why will you lie to the Liberian people? It's a big lie. I will say that without any fear. Are you allowed to us? Complete deception, but we are waiting. We are watching. Quickly before I leave, I think we will not stay for the country to go down the thing. We need to ransom our citizens to see out there that will redeem the country. Liberia is gradually falling in the hands of the wicked people, and wherever the wicked rule, the citizens suffer. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
You're live.
Samira, what I can say this morning is that you people still need to job more because the stealing and the corruption you are involved into, you think you do it to everybody and succeed, but you're not succeeding.
Kobokra, follow us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning,
Go.
Samara and Sekou Sherry. I'll see you.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Tato Mfa, calling from the Johnsonville Inn. Yeah, Mama, the issue relating with the Bwaka, if you talk about lies, we just have to forget it. We don't have to follow the story that way. Because we know the devil, anything that has to do with the devil is about lie, stealing, and take away life. So everything that we see going on, like people dying every day, they say in fire, disaster, in other things, is part of the work of the devil. Issue relating Bwaka coming out to change the tone to say it's not like day 18, it's part of the work of the devil. So and when that was the last come, it's followed by stealing. Then the next one is to take away life. So it's enough. You're taking this morning. Again, Tato, number one.
Okay, thank you. We will take us up to 9 o'clock on this broadcast. So let's keep taking us on 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907. Let's keep taking calls. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. Please walk away from my monitor.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning also to Sekou Sherry. My name is James Wade, and I'm the chairman of the Veteran Assembly in District 16 in Cooktown. Concerning, people like Cooper Cry and the president of this Republic of Liberia, the Liberian people are not serious. Those who are not affected by the action of Cooper Cry, by the action of this president, they are not serious. You will sit down there, you fold your hands, and you allow this kind of thing to happen just by few handful of people. Then what are you doing? Somebody will just come and take a group of people in the hundreds and just put them down for a job. They just get rid of them, that they will go and sit down, fold their hands, their family, their children, everybody will be suffering. They will go without jobs. I mean, it's
not kind of a sense of seriousness. What are you people doing? You'll be crying. Oh, they could go cry, they could go cry. What happened to the people in the Ministry of Labor? What happened to the Liberians? I overheard that, EPS there, they are planning to do that. They are not serious. You're saying that let the people play with you. Let Joseph Baga play with you. You're for your hands. This is just a very man. It's a gist of it. The one that comes here will be more than this. If you choose somebody who has decided, to take side with the demon and make it leader of the nation, demons will continue to operate in the land. And this is what's going on. Okay? The fire incident that just occurring is just number one aspect of it. Sooner or later, as demons are performing in this country, backed by Joseph Baga, you will see there will be an outbreak of, pandemic. All kind of new sickness will be coming. Demon is operating. Liberia, you need to wake up. The EPS need to wake up. People from the state, the Ministry of State, for presidential affairs, you need to wake up. Those who are affected need to wake up. People who are affected from labor, you need to wake up from all sectors. Who are been downside, who are fire. Like Joseph Baga, you need to wake up. Seriously, Liberia, wake up. If not so, the nation is going down drain. It will be destroyed by Joseph Baga, and his companions.
Okay, thank you.
So-called leaders of this country.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mom. It's so sad in the morning. I wouldn't call my name for security reasons. What's going on is very bad, Mama, in our country. Now, as I'm talking to you, in the EPS now, they fired 40% yesterday. The morning, they fired 7%. They almost every day they are firing, Mama. Now, what's happening, nobody is saying it. It's not about opposition now. It's not about qualification now. If you come to the EPL now, the hope is when you jump bomb somewhere, when you land it, that nobody survives. The place is boring. Nobody moving a ball. Mama, the people are crying. The people are in tears here as I'm speaking to you, sister. You know, you say, what's funny here? It's not about the party now. It's not about party. People say, what happened and nobody's seeing it. If the glass are pick up and ready, Mama, it will be a disaster. I'm speaking to you. I'm saying it. Liberia are hearing it. Liberia are hearing it. They're going to agree themselves, oh, man. I'm saying this thing. I won't call money for security reason. I'm saying it. Your seed, your do son, you got your children, you got your families in the country. This is about farm. Or I'm careful if people are doing things too. I'm saying it. I'm an EPA person. I'm saying it. I'm calling you right now. The thing that will pop up in short period of time, it will not get break. I see you.
Okay, thank you. You heard that for yourself properly. He's at. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, ma. You know, catching a boss and that. That's about me. Oh, it is. People are useless doctor. Care of the religious state. People. And it's actually that's about me. That's criminal behavior. That's me. As my brother put it here, I don't know the problem. This country, we need to enjoy Malaga because Malaga is all we have. I'm talking to you and we listen to be the money come back. We need to go out and go to enjoy our Malaga. If you don't stop all that way, you are sometimes scared to feel
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
You're live. Go ahead.
This is a charge calling from chairs for the movement to remind Joseph Baga every day on his promises. Yeah, Ome Joe, I've been crying, woman, please. That thing from there. Okay, you won't problem like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, please, who call my name for some security reason. The issue of Kobokwa people discussing, if Kobokwa had issue or if the government had issue, Kobokwa doesn't call your attention. People discussing, the downside, people putting people down, all that sort of things. a lot of ghost names in the country. They say development goes on. We take all the ghost names from there with development go on. Let us stop that kind of act, man. Let us focus. Let the government focus and do what it is. All those talk causing us so nonsense.
No, it's not nonsense, bro. You made your part of contribution. They are making theirs. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're live.
Thank you. This is Lawson Pine in a call from District 8 in Maserado. I want to know, Samira, to work at Joy FM, to work at VOL FM, what's the criteria to follow? I want to believe you will apply, you will be vetted, the institution will monitor you for some time, like 3 months, then they give you an employment letter. Then you are an employee of that particular institution. But when you don't have an employment letter now, are you an employee for that particular institution? I said no. I don't know why some of our brothers just crying like this. You brought somebody in a system that you don't really prepare them, they never follow the criteria, the benchmark, to be proper employee. Today somebody cannot do the right thing. They want to praise that day. Those people who they are putting down now, that they put that they were told 1 month ago to bring their own employment letter that was given to them by the CC government. They didn't get it. They didn't get an employment letter. Can you imagine? Then you say you want to work in a you go and say 7.
You said the people that put it down, these are the people that don't have employment letter?
They not get. So they ain't qualified. Oh, you can be an EP officer, now you have to graduate. That's why you saw people with EP officer or 5 each other here, getting innocent people around here with people here. They're not really a bit better, really.
So where you got your information from about the EPS?
Follow me?
Where you got your information from on the EPS? You said that these are people that never even graduated from high school.
I'm telling you, don't put that you're pointing out now for the
No, you gotta tell me now. You have to get your source, and your source gotta be your valid one.
No, I believe that they are putting EPS down. It's not new. It's not even hidden. But I'm telling you that those guys they are putting down are the guys that still to pay for the employment letter.
How sure are you? Where you got the information from?
I'm telling you, they say, know how many times, know how many social I can call on a daily basis.
No, you by you saying it doesn't mean that I will accept it, my brother. Okay. Oh. Yeah, but I would like to know your source. What's the fact? These people that are putting them down, they told you that it's because they never graduated from high school.
Okay, Samira, let's begin to ask the money. Now, I dare you call any of them that they are set down to bring the food their employment letter.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Peter from calling from Bon County, Banga City, Bon County.
Okay.
Oh, Samira, you know, Kobokwa just seen the Minister of Labor as like for here is family. And Minister of Labor not for Kobokwa and his family. No, what Kobokwa doing in Liberia is bad. It's very bad. And it comes to another place Kobokwa bring the unprotected person in Liberia. And our day from the what Braga gave us, we will remind him, let him know all day we coming outside. We'll remind him, let him do the people well. The promises he made during the campaign. We'll remind him on Friday. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. I'll take 2 more calls and then we'll take a break. We'll get back. We'll move into another issue. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Morning. Go ahead.
Samira, thank you for the topic discussion this morning. Thank you very much for the topic discussion this morning. Hello?
You're live.
Yeah, all the issue about Joseph Braga, what this government is doing. Samira, pretty soon you will get to know the reaction of the people. Because the first thing is that the more unemployment you create, the more insecurity you create for your very self and your government officials. Time will come, and very soon that time is coming, that the president of the Republic of Liberia will not be free, will not feel secure to go in places in this country. Time will come, the officials of government today, that I have to say, Liberia is their personal property.
will not have the chance, will not be secure to even set to other places, to set to other places. Because why? The people are disinterested in the attitude of the guys. Do you know when you are taking people for job, you know what you are doing? You are denying them their children education. You are denying them their family survival. So if you deny my family survival, I have all right to take action because I must survive. So I'm calling on the president. These are not good signs for our country. These are not good signs, and you need to call the people to order because it's not good for our country. So Samira, this topic, thank you very much for it. Let our president listen because they are not doing good for him. 100 people in the Lima expedition, they are Liberians. Those who you are laying off, they have family, they are catering.
Okay. Thank you. Let me take the last call. Yeah, we'll be able to move over. When we get back from the break, it's going to be something interesting because since January 22nd, February, March, April, right? April 22nd will make it 3 months that the president has stayed in office. So definitely we will be opening the phone lines when I get back from the break so that you'll be able to tell us how can you term this government over the past 2.5 months that they have been working, some of the things that they have done, or do you think that this government will deliver? Because we have 6 years to go. So what are your thoughts looking at the way the government being run, some of the ministries, the appointments, and all of that is just going to categorize all of these things and be able to make a point. But let's take the last call on the issue of Kopokura, and we'll be able to go for our break. Good morning.
Good morning, dear sister. How you doing?
You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Once again, the prophet. Thank you, Brother Emmanuel Eswati. I call from New Kagada community.
Okay.
My dear sister, is a shame. No, how will you call yourself a government official? The food you're talking into your house, the people that you working for, the people that you serving, they can eat a full of food to eat. Then you call yourself government official. It's a shame to you, but God will reward everybody for that behavior. Thank you. God bless Mama Ladwell. God bless President. We are. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Let's take this break. We are still expecting our guest to. If he comes, fine. If he doesn't, we continue with what we are to do this morning. All right, so let's have it.
The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the ball. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you steal? Why can you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we vote tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. I said no one to trust, my people no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they said they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people People tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. With the promises that left us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you?
What is it that Liberians?
My people, where you at? Wake up from the slumber, stop sleeping.
Let's be able to have this one more time.
Come on.
And we move on while we are with our guests on this broadcast. I think it is a beautiful song.
The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the door. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that left us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you steal? Why can you allow the citizens to breathe? You see, we just tell you. That's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much.
And so that's it. Too many persons have their own thoughts as to if this new government, as to if they have betrayed them, as to if some of the promises that they made, they are not yet fulfilled them, or as to if they are doing better with their works, as to what they expected is what they are seeing. Some what they expected is not what they are seeing. With that, we will go to the phone lines to be able to give your thoughts about this government since the 22nd of January. You'll be able to give your thoughts as to what are some of the things that they are doing. You see them to be great or not. Let's take calls on this, and when we happen to get our guests, we will move over to him. Okay, I cut that person off. The number to call is 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907. That's the number to call to be able to make your point on this broadcast. Fellow Liberians, talk. Say what you want to say. You all are Liberian citizens. You all made this decision about, electing the president and other of the representatives or senators. How do you feel? Is the bag of rice price within your country okay? Is it okay for you and your family? Is the gasoline price okay? These are things that you need to talk about. Other workings within the government. How do you see this government? Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
You're live.
Let me say good morning to your listening audience all across Liberia and outside Liberia. This is David King, Purple Defender. I call you this morning for my resident. Samira, for me, I do not see prospect in this government. But what I can see is total corruption, beginning from the inauguration fund and looking at Amon 12 spending 2 months at the FPRC, 2 months and a half, and having a house being roof, hostel building, and seeing Mo Adi constructing himself a house, seeing Joe Bwaka acquiring new home, Jojo Bwaka acquiring new home, and the next thing is to see Liberian being put out of job. The unbearable life and the living condition of our people all across Liberia, where today burger rice is being sold in Monrovia for $3,500, gasoline is being sold for $850, where transportation has increased from Bamama House to ELW Junction 150 in a taxi cab, and which we were not experiencing yesterday. All we can see lies being manufactured on a daily basis. Projects that are being carried out by the previous government are being turned into be projects that are being carried out by this government, instead of then informing the Liberian people that these projects are projects that we inherited, and because government is continuity, we, based upon the backdrop, we make sure that we carry out these projects to the finish line. But we are not being told, but we've been told total lies by this government. And for me, like I said for the onset, I do not see prospect. And what I see, total insecurity, people being killed mysteriously. Like you saw with the city police officers that were assigned at the Montreal City Court being staffed multiple times to theft, with no culprit being arrested, protest being carried out in Kinjoy. Our people have been killed, no result yet for the investigation. We see a lot of bad things happening under this regime. What we were told is that what we are experiencing. Josiah Joker have formed a criminal syndicate at the Echo Bank to steal from Silver 7. And a lot of things taking place. If I start to name them, I will not give other callers the opportunity, but I think there where I can stop thus far.
Okay.
Another time we will find another time to discuss on many of these things that are happening in our country.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. This will be the last call. Probably we might continue on this tomorrow so that you'll be able to get your honest opinion about the Unity Party-led government. We will continue on them tomorrow because we have our guests in studio already. So let me take the last call and we'll be able to go over to him. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning for the second time. Lawson Pan is my name.
Okay.
A call from district is, no, I just love the platform because you guys are energetic people. Yeah, as a question, the question is relative. People can be paid or people can criticize.
Yeah.
Let me say this. In the first 90 days, less than 90 days, when you see the issue of justice, where people that committed atrocities in the 15-year civil war are now being captured, and the culture of impunity has now come to an end. Now that somebody say the repress are going on, but let me say to that person, no, the consignment that came in December is still on for sale. Since the government came to power, there are not being a ship that brings all to absorb rest in the government time. So the rest, the gasoline that is on sale now was brought in this country in December, in November, in the previous government time. Those guys pay their exorbitant taxes so that they have to sell their produce. The government has no power over the particular commodity.
Okay, thank you.
Give me a chance.
No, we don't have much time. You were telling me to give you a chance, imagine. So, like I said, we will continue on this. It's something interesting. You can defend You can criticize. It's left with you, but we'll continue on this on tomorrow broadcast, or properly Friday broadcast. We're going to do this same exercise here on Good Morning Liberia, but too many calls coming in. We cannot take calls. No people want to defend and people want to criticize. But we have our guests in studio. We have Avi Wisse from the CDC in studio, and let's go over to him. Good morning, Avi. Welcome.
Well, thank you, Tamira. Let me bring you greetings from the Coalition for Democratic Change Revolutionary National Youth League, by extension. The party in generality is a pleasant honor and duty to be invited speak to critical national issues, issues that are bordered on the advancement of the masses of our people, the state and its people. And I'm humbled to be here at this moment.
All right, let's start with this. How is the CDC and how is the CDC like in opposition?
Well, the CDC is the most organized, matured, politically conscious barometer of enlightenment. And since the elections, we've been able to do a post-mortem analysis on some of the challenges, difficulties that we've encountered with respect to how the elections went, even though that we were won narrowly in the context of the 1%, less than 1% that the Unity Party won. We know that in spite of the discrepancies and electoral irregularities transpired during the elections, as a democratic political party, a very peaceful party, that is an emblem of peace and symbolism of national reconciliation and fostering democracy, through our standard bearer, we managed to reach this far. And as I speak to you, there are several meetings that were held with the standard bearer of our party, with school of organs in our party, talking about auxiliary, youth league, women league, and we've met with the county's structures, inclusive of the 15th sub-political division. So yes, we've done a post-mortem analysis on some of what we experienced during the campaign exercises during the elections. And I can say this to you, that the CDC is back. The CDC is more formidable, robust, ready, and is keeping the system fit to the fire, and it's also providing policy recommendation, prescription for national growth and development.
But you believe that the election has been won fairly by the Unity Party government, right?
I did see that is one of the narrowest election margins in the history of our electoral typology, in the history of our electoral processes. And if we were to push harder, there would have been not a government called Unity Party-led administration today, because we saw that there was gross electoral discrepancy and irregularities, places that we mentioned in some of our reports that were far in at the level of NED. Nima County, for example, and other places, we saw that people were using NEC officials to also manipulate election results. When we won elections 2017, Samira, we had an overwhelming consensus mandate from the Liberian people, 14 counties, culminating into 61% of the total votes across the 11 breath. The only county that we did not win was Lofa County. That was 2017. In the first round of the 2023 elections, we overwhelmingly won elections. You saw what happened. Okay, so we have experienced what we saw, and we documented and reported it to some of our partners, and including the National Election Commission, about the fraudulent process that have been manipulated and orchestrated.
Okay, so that's it for the election. It has passed already. But let's talk about the workings of this government. How do you look at them since this government took over the country? You know, some of the things that have been going on. You're in the know of some of them, good or bad. Let's talk about the workings of the government.
You know, when the democratic government comes to power, it subscribes to the mandate and details of the Constitution, because the Constitution is the organic and superior instrument that regulates the governance activities of the state as people. But when you see that people put aside the Constitution, suspend the Constitution, and institutionalize some unorthodox style of leadership of governance, then it means that that government is not on the right trajectory. With respect to the current debacle, with respect to the current government we have today under the Joseph Human-led administration, the party-led government, you realize that the government is not going to what the Constitution has been mandating, what the Constitution has given to what constitutes a full government. So today you see, for example, I describe this government as a gangster paradise and a form of military or junta that have taken over. For example, look at what happened to our people in Kinjor, in Grand Cayman County. You saw the live shooting of the people because they were standing up that their mineral resources must benefit them in terms of their economic condition, in terms of their social welfare. And you saw what happened, even the so-called unquote asset recovery. You saw what happened when Malaysians were placed in major checkpoints in our country, terrorizing and harassing citizens in our country in the name of asset recovery. You saw how the police went on university students just a few weeks ago and brutalized people, university students, on the main campus of the university. And not only that, you see the extrajudicial killing of Liberians, including the girl who just lost her life, Amanda, a peaceful citizen. And if you catalog all these things, even the issues about the tenure positions, where people just jump into people's offices and using domestic fund of terrorism to harass people while in the offices, even though we have the legal means to do that. So the government is a gangster paradise, is a bunch of reckless hooligans that have been circumventing and bastardizing most of the laws in our country and taking laws into their own hands. And that's why if you see what happening to the Republic today, you get to realize that the entire society is reaching at the boiling point where you can see the tempo of the society is increasing on a day-to-day basis. The tempo and the temperament of the people is rising. You can see down the faces of the people. The people most commercial political commodity price has increased, and political commodity the gasoline price has increased in the country. The issue about fuel price has increased in the country, and not only that, essential commodities as well. Then the government is destroying the economy and paralyzing the home economics of our people, household economies of our people, where the people today cannot afford electricity, where there is total darkness and colossal darkness. In the face of all these things, there is massive, widespread fire disaster in our country. See the wave of fire disaster in our country, Samira. See how many homes has been lost to the disastrous attack of fire. Today you see Liberians, we're talking about most of our country, or areas in Liberia, that total number of fire disaster has crossed at about.
Okay, so definitely we will come to that. But let's look at the President 100 days deliverable. Do you think that it's possible? We have like 10 more days left. And he promised Liberians that in 100 days, there will be no car stuck in the mud. And we are seeing caterpillars on the roads. I don't know. What do you make of that?
I think, you see, governance is not child's play. It's not pageantry. When people come to parade and masquerade themselves as the best and the so-called educated elite, they have every other solution to the complexity of this country. Unfortunately for us, people like Bwaka, who has been a political parasite and liability on government, been parading as the most experienced politician in our country. He come to this country called Liberia with all of its socio-economic complexity. You're talking about going to achieve some major political deliverables and campaign promises in 100 days. Look at one of the promises. You're talking about cars will not hitch in the mud. So have we achieved that on a Bwaka? They're talking about deplorable roads that we have in our country. Look around the lemon belt of this country. Whether you want to talk about the southeast, or you want to talk about the very low far he comes from, or the Nimba County, or the Bapulu, the roads are deplorable. The roads are backward. So you can't come and make feeble political promise because you think that that's the only way you can maneuver your way into the presidency. But when the reality comes right at your face, then the people see you as deceptive, the people see you as treacherous, and people see you as a liar. And that's why today the United Party is parading with both-faced disappointment to the Liberian people. They have shamed themselves, and their faces are down because they haven't been able to achieve the issue of the 100 days. Joseph Baga told us just a few months ago that the country called Liberia will not be based on will not be divided on the basis of green and blue, meaning that there will be no discrimination in our country. There will be no segregation in our country. Today, look at what happened to Liberians who've been put out of jobs simply because they did not support the Unity Party. Look at what happened to the EPS, for example. I've been told with the document in my possession, Samira, 500 trained men who were trained, who were taught to protect the territorial boundaries of this country, to protect peace and security of this country. 500 men. Do you know the gravity that entails arbitrarily retiring 500 men, trained armed men, because you want to replace them with partisan police or partisan security?
But we are getting news that they are not qualified.
Well, so if you say they are not qualified, how come these people were vetted, recruited, trained, mobilized, educated, and given the best form of security under the previous government? Is it because that these people were not quote-unquote supporting? Because the security apparatus and parastatus of our country is not a political entity. Nobody must politicize the security of the state. If you do that, you jeopardize the security of the entire population, Samira. They did that to the AFL women, the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. You saw what happened to the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. The AFL women have to come out in defense of their rights, in defense of their well-being. You come and put one man who has been in the habit of undermining the one of the most sacred sectors of our country, which with the armed forces of Liberia. Daniel Johnson, Prince Johnson, into that process. So when people come to power and try to sabotage the security and stability of the republic in the name of partisanship, it's unfortunate. And that's why we say that Baga is treading a very dangerous path. The Unity Party government, I don't know whether they have security advisor. If Mr. Kofi Woods is listening, I don't know. You just come and pour people who have no idea about security and make them security advisor. How can you do that to AFL women and do that to EPS people? 500 minutes. And not only that, look at what happened even to civil servants as I speak to you, that the government is about to lay off 40,000 employees who will believe that some of whom did not support the Unity Party and the Bwaga administration, Bwaga political ambition as relates to the presidency. 40,000 people. This is against the security of the country. It's threatening. It's concerning. It's alarming. It's scary. It's troubling. These things serve as recipe for national political upheaval in the country. And don't be surprised when the Unity Party is setting its own criteria to a political catastrophe. Unity Party is setting its own criteria to a political catastrophe. And if the Unity Party wants to set its own criteria to the political catastrophe, there will be a force. There will be a force for the Liberian people, and that force will not be resisted. Now even the police can resist that. What happened to our country is sad.
So all of these things that's happening, what is it that the opposition party CDC is doing about all of these things?
Well, CDC would not organize, CDC would not formulate, CDC would not establish anything. The objective and material condition of the people, the appalling condition in which the people live, will inevitably enable the people to move one step into history, to move one step into the revolution, to become their own liberators. That's what happened today. As I speak to you, Samira, I was in the Cardiff Junction the last time. It will surprise you that more than 20,000 human beings were are about to be evacuated. Some were already demolished by a man who believed to be a supporter of Joseph Bwaka coming to reclaim the people's land. These people spent more than 40 years on the land, more than 20, 30 years on the land, simply because The guy is a business tycoon and he's trying to build a casino in that particular terrain. I also get credible information that they are trying to do that, do the same in Rototan. I don't know whether you know Rototan in every single belt. Rototan is on attack. They are about to also evacuate the people of Rototan, and they are coming. So there are some imported bureaucrats, economic returnees, and political tourists who have been brought in this country by Joseph Imam-Bwaka's son, Jojo. And the guys are bringing BM in this country to try to take people in land. I've also been told that Lugutan is also on the list. And I'm also been told that West Point is on the list as well. These people are not joking. These people have called themselves the elite political settlers. They are remnants of the elite political settlers coming back to this country. And the only thing they want to offer this country is to plunge the country into chaos and degenerate the fragile piece of our country.
Okay, Mr. We said let's move over to the protest that the march, not protest, about PROSA. Have you heard about it? What do you have to say about it? Because PROSA will be coming over march on this Friday concerning the fire victims, and you have other lawmakers who have endorsed it and said that they will be a part of it. What do you make of that?
Every Liberian has the right, even including civil society movement, student grouping. So it is the constitutional right of the institution, the avant-garde progressive student alliance of the State University, and a lot of Liberian citizens who feel sympathetic about the appalling conditions and while our people go through, whether you want to talk about fire disaster, widespread fire disaster in our country, or you want to talk about the bribery situation with involving the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, or you want to talk about or the issues about the massive looting that is going on in the state with respect to the condominium being built by Amos Tuer, or you're talking about the economy that is paralyzing the suffering masses of our people. So yeah, people have the constitutional right, even Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution guarantee citizens the right to do so. So any protest that is progressive, any protest that seeks to advance a popular cause that will interest the generality of our people, we support that.
Okay, well, last evening, I should say, we heard the party chairman, CDC party chairman, that is John Kako. He was calling on opposition to come together so that they be able to move into 2029. Looking at CDC as a tough-talking political party, a party that doesn't give the ruling government a chance when it takes power, doesn't matter time, whether they start to err within their first or second month, they will talk about it. Looking at 2017, all of these things happened. Not 2017, early Johnson's second term, when she took over CDC, we saw how they went back to back speaking about some issues that she did within her government. But now, CDC, with all of the things that's going on, we are not really seeing that energy as an opposition. CDC is always tough in opposition. But since this government took over, since the 22nd, we are not yet seeing that particular energy. What is the cause? And now you are calling on oppositions to come so that you'll be able to move into 2029. They said that you people are piling these things together and I won't be able to come up with it. Or what is it? Is the party undergoing some kind of, restructuring?
Yeah, so like I said from my preamble, from my very introduction, that we've done a post-mortem analysis on the challenges and experiences during the elections. I also stated,
it's not only the elections.
I also stated that we've moved another step in our party in terms of recalibrating and re-strategizing the forward march of the party. I told you categorically that the standard of our party have been engaged with scores of partisans, 3 months of thorough engagement, talking about mobilization, talking about the restructuring of the party, talking about reconfiguration of the leadership of the party, and how we can make the party more vibrant, organized, and formidable in terms of the democratic setting and the democratic space of our body politics. I said that to you in the introduction or in the preamble of so we are not going to become one of these noisy political institutions. We are more going to focus on issue-oriented politics in our country. We have no interest of destabilizing the peace and undermining the security, unlike the United Party that is trying to provoke the situation, unlike the United Party that is trying to plumb the country into national pandemonium or to national political instability. The CDC is not going to do that. The CDC has got a law documented. That one when the chairman came here.
Yes,
the chairman
listen.
The chairman told you clearly that we've just taken over. Mind you, there has been a transition of chairmanship. The former chairman of our party, Chairman Molbaki Molu, has transitioned, and we've gotten a new chairman. The new chairman got to do a circumspect political understanding about the environment, and then he moved one step, which is organization, which is mobilization, which is of consciousness and recommendation, as well as providing a critical critique about the system, about the governance and of the day. So we have all these things in place, and when the CDC is ready to act, the CDC will act based on issues. The CDC will act based on the mandate of the Liberian people. The CDC will act, and when the CDC is acting, the CDC will act and that will make the United Party to regret political. United Party that will make the United Party to regret. So we are mobilizing our people. First of all, we have managed to organize ourselves, and we are going to move ahead. So you're ready. I know that.
Yeah, because yes, it's kind of it's not really about the protest. People know CDC to be tough talking when it comes to being on government back, right? This is just I should say, even when the chairman came here, that same question I asked him it, because we all know that CDC early Joseph's second term, they never gave a chance. It was just back to back. But anyway, there are some changes now. So that is it. With that being said, let's be able to go to the phone lines, because at 9 o'clock we will call it a day, and we have a few more meetings coming up to 9 o'clock. Let's go to the phone lines to be able to interact with some Liberians, so that you'll be able to ask the questions that they want to ask. Yes, and afterwards we'll come back to you. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. You're live. Good morning. That person left. Let me be able to take this one here on 0770907 Good morning.
Yes, good morning. How you doing?
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, my sister, for allowing to take part on your show. Your studio guest you have there, I'm like wondering whether he's running campaign or he's talking some, because we are not understanding those words he's using. You have to come down and make all people who don't understand because it's the running campaign who using political things. So let him come down and make his followers understand their thing, because even the CDC or party is not even organized.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira. This is David King, Propo Defender.
Go ahead.
And my revolutionary salute to Comrade Wisa. Comrade, we salute you. Samira, the guy from up to go will not understand.
Good morning. Oh, that person, you have to call back. Your line is very bad. Good morning.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Samira. Good morning to the Garden Studio. He said, the decision is going to remain new and turn to another camp. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Samara. Let me say good morning to Honorable Rita. My name is Washington Swoop, and I call from Editon.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Before I begin, let me say this to the guy who said CCA not organized. CCA organized more than that old.
My brother, make your point. You don't have to respond to him. You don't have to respond to him. You will need to make your point. All right. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Samira, this is David King. The CDC as an institution, we are very much organized to the point. If we were not organized, the virus that we have in this country today, that you can point out, you, Samira, you are witness to some of the things that the CDC did here. from the very onset of our government, we did not make the kind of mistake that have been made today. We did not send people out of our offices because they were unity partisans. We did not dismiss directors because they were unity partisans. We left them there because we feel that Liberia belongs to every Liberian. We did not go driving people from their home, breaking down their home to bring beer, to build casino, or to come and do other things that will be beneficial for themselves or the first family. We didn't do that. We gave the opportunity to every Liberian to explore because Liberia is for Liberians. We did not go to King George, even when the people have disagreement there with the company, to order police to shoot them there. We did not do that. We did not go to build an invisible park, and we look at the zinc shop and things that were built around there and broke them down and then give the people a befitting home.
Okay.
We built a befitting home for
Thank
our
you.
people, and today they are enjoying it.
Thank you.
Right? Fire outbreak were not in the country, and we start up.
Thank you, my brother. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, John. Go ahead.
Yes, Samara, thank you. Good morning to the powerful Avin Wise. And I want to say thank you this morning for your deliberation, for what you have said about our country. I think you are on the record trajectory this morning. But I think having rebranding our political party should not just be based in Mosurado. Just should crisscross the Vero County because Bon County has been one of the most supportive of part of the CDC in Liberia. So I think you need to come in Bon County to rebuild our structures in our Vero clans and districts so that the CDC in 2029 will not be pulling about structure. So thank you, and thank you very much. You try to do your best so that our party can be number one in this coming 2029. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, John there from Bon County, Blanca City. Let's take this caller from Bon County. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara, and good morning to the youth.
Your name?
The name remain Emmanuel Papa Yukaswaki, Kumania Mr. Probatory from Banga City, Bon County. You know, Samara, it is so frustrating for some Liberian to impose or for the 2-year political private beings on the Liberian people within a 2 months have brought total disgrace and disaster to the livelihood of the Liberian people. Just imagine a president or a former vice president have become president according to including to have already experience in government. Within a 2 months or 3 month period, just imagine citizens who massively voted in from King George. He set up a team that there was a brutal and moral auto. Now we cannot listen to the president to say any other thing. Massive corruption that he spoke against in a regime, there's a total corruption that we cannot even get over it. And we cannot see the president, we cannot hear from him. For what we want to say as a citizen and meaningful citizen of Liberia, there is not time for us to sit and say we're waiting for 6 years. There is a need that we use some radical approach. After we talk, and the president cannot even respond to us positively, we need to take some radical approach.
Okay.
That will restore the dignity and respect back to the Liberian people.
All right.
So I want to appreciate his leadership. I want to appreciate him this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go over to Avin Wise so that he be able to tell us more about the fire issue in the country. Currently, you see that almost everywhere they are getting gutted with fire. What do you think is the cause? We are not getting anything. We are not getting any news as to if it is the electricity or as to if a person left candle on, but fire is just all over.
Yeah, so like you said, the fire issue has become a national pandemic. I mean, it has become a pandemic. And not only that, the fire issue, I thought about this time, the Joseph Newman Boyka's administration will have called out a national emergency so that we can make a significant intervention on how we can be able to put or prevent or find mechanisms so that the fire issue cannot really ravage the state and ravage the ordinary masses of our people. Unfortunately for us, the executive mansion is silent as I speak to you. Nobody, Nari Joe Parker, has come to Liberian people and even sympathize with them in that condition. Look at the homes that have been gutted down by fire disaster. Nobody from the Unity Party is concerned. Nobody in the Unity Party. As what I see, the recent attack, the fire disaster is going plenty places now. It has entered the home of Honorable Sir Joseph. After it has ravaged the homes of ordinary Liberians, today it has gone to the home of Sir Joseph. It's turning political. I'm getting signal that this fire is a political fire being orchestrated and perpetrated by the Unity Party to go after certain influential people within the CDC. You know what happened to Sir Joseph a few months ago. You saw what happened day before yesterday on the life of a certain speaker. Joseph Human Bwakal yesterday paid a few lawmakers that belong to the Coons Black to give them 4,500 to impeach, and that coup was exposed by one of the lawmakers. We heard that, and we exposed that on the radio. They could not win the speaker's election. They could not sabotage his leadership through an attempted legislative coup by giving 4,500 United States dollars. Now they are moving to physical attack, and we want to send there as a caveat and warning to the Unity Party. If the Unity Party want peace, we will give them peace. If the Unity Party is provoking crisis, we will respond to that. We are not going to allow these people to attack. Why is it when the lawmakers of the CDC houses have been attacked? Why is it with the ordinary people houses are burning and nobody seems to care? What's happening to the country? Look at what happened. That was an assassination attempt on the life of the certain speaker belonging to the Congress for Democratic Change and the Coalition for Democratic Change. We're going to inform Mr. Bwaka that the Youth League has issued an official position on this. The next time we get intelligence that they are about to go to the house of President Weah, the senator of our party, we are getting intelligence that they are about to attack the house of Jefferson Tamaikoji in the name of this ceasefire. It is a warning. We are organizing our people. We are mobilizing our people. We will organize ourselves again. We will defend ourselves against.
But the Speaker has.
We will defend ourselves against political fire.
The Speaker has. Someone will say that the same fire that have been cutting people's houses around here, it could have been the same incident that happened. Why do you say that it is a political attack on the Speaker?
I'm telling you that though we sympathize with our people, and that's why we have been flagging these issues about the widespread fire disaster in our country. But where the fire has gone, in the home of other ordinary Liberians, we raise the flag. But the recent wave, Samira, that the fire is taking, going to the house of Sir Joseph and almost kill him, going to the house of the Senate Speaker and almost kill him. This is becoming a political fire. Samira, this thing is turning to a political fire. It's concerning. It's concerning. Today somebody can come after you, Samira, because on Voice FM, because you critical. Don't be surprised. Whatever is also a target. Whatever could be a target. Voice of Liberia, could be a target. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. This thing is becoming to a political fire. Even though we identify with our people, we sympathize with them, who are also going through the excruciating agony and pains that this fire disaster has brought on their lives. It's not mean for you to pay your properties, all the limited resources, work all the years, only to go low. And we're talking about more than 30 human beings lost their lives to the fire disaster, and more than 100 homes got damaged because of this fire disaster. The Unity Party government said anything? Nothing at all.
But you heard the fire service. Was it yes? The fire service director, he said that 49 homes. And you are saying more than 100.
I said more than 30, more than 100.
Yes,
the director of the fire service, first he doesn't have fuel to go anywhere. The last time you were asking for people to give him fuel to leave from the office. So he's politically, he's the most incompetent. The guys over there, the high school graduate, they put over there are 5 directors and the deputy directors. In my fire, the guy stopping, in fact, the guy stopping, we were told that he got stopping 9th grade. So, these are the most incompetent buffoons that the place over there. You're talking about serious place. Look at the budget they give the fire service agency. Very infinitesimal to fight fire in the country. But our concern is that why hasn't up to date the president of the country have not spoken to this fire disaster. During the campaign in Samira, those were the people. From place to place, the United Party people put flyers on, they put horses. Who horses are burning today? They put flyers on their houses. Vote Joseph Boakai, vote Joseph Boakai. Today their houses have been gutted down by fire. The United Party and Joseph Boakai have done nothing to even write a single line to identify and empathize with the people or even carry some relief, whether it's humanitarian or make some donations and call on partners. Nobody cares about them. And when we are discussing the fire issue, they go to Calais Johnson, Jojo, and his business guru, Takum, going to Calais Johnson and trying to evade the people. And we have been told that Rototan is on the list. Somebody talk about the CDC must just jump on low. The CDC is now a major political institution, very mature and very organized. The major opposition to this government is not only the CDC alone. It's the price of bag of rice today is skyrocketing. It's the exchange rate that is fluctuating. It's the prices of essential commodities in our country, including fuel and gas price in our country. And not only that, the major opposition is the civil servants that were duped to a belief that upon the coming to power to this government, by the United Party government, their salary will have increased. Today, the draft budget of the United Party that was submitted doesn't reflect salary increment about civil servants in our country. And not only that, on top of that, 40,000 of these very civil servants are about to lose their positions, are about to lose their job, because some of them have been witch hunters and they were not identified as seditious. We got information here that more than 720 Liberians from the executive mansion were pulled down simply because, in our opinion, they didn't support the United Party. What is going on in our country? What happened in our country? There's total breakdown of security. Yesterday, every command was all on the street, parading, running around with Zokos. Where is the program today to rehabilitate people? Has schools left the country? Has schools gone from Liberia? What happened to the sweepers, the rescue sweepers? Where are they? What happened to the streets? Loima Sorala County, Loima Rovio. The streets are dirty. The streets are filthy. Rovio has turned to a colossal dumper. In this kind of age, what happened to the country? Who is in charge of the country? Who is in charge? The next time you place two persons in opposition, one position, what happened to the country? Executive mansion have lost control. The Liberian people are going to take that destiny into their own hands and they become their own liberators. And that's the reason why we are calling all civil servants. We have a meeting with them. We had a meeting with them last night. We had a meeting with about 10,000 civil servants last night.
CDC had meeting
I'm
with
telling
them.
I'm giving you information.
Okay.
Yeah. Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of U.S. Sport, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Transport, FPRC, NOCA. We have a meeting with all these, about 10,000 of them. We have meeting. We have a serious meeting with them. We have sent a clear and defined caveat to the insensitivity of Joseph Boakai and a band of chronics and agent provocateurs. That if we make an attempt on these people, the CDC will take one step. And we're going to show you that step will be a catastrophic political disaster that the United Party will regret in your lifetime. We're going to show them. So we are calling upon our people in Calais Johnson, Rototan, that anybody who comes to your place in the name of Joseph Boakai, in the name of Jojo, resist them. So now as I speak to you, there's a movement called the Calais Johnson Defense Force. They are defending the land. Rototan Defense Force is also in the making. Nugutan Defense Force is in the making. Jarata Defense Force is in the making, and the people are defending themselves. Anybody who come to you and bring caterpillar and bring bulldozer in the name of Boakai, Jojo Boakai's son, you must resist them, and we are going to turn this country. We are going to turn this country where the United Party wants to go. We will go there. We're going to show you that. If the United Party think that, look at what happened in less than a few months. Look at the stealing going on, massive stealing in Emma Square. This boy who could barely eat 3 meals square a day. The guy is building colossal, gigantic, and the duplexes and condominium at the expense of Liberian resources. He tells us we must sit down. We must sit down. It takes 500 trained armed men from EPS and place them in the community. You know what happened to the security of the country? It's scary. And you set a partisanship, and you think that a normal thing happening in the country. You look at 40,000 civil servants, and you say you're taking them from on payroll because they're not United Party people. We double dare the United Party to do that. The CDC will come out. Like I said to you, the CDC is not under opposition in our party. those issues, the objective condition, the appalling condition of the people will inevitably allow the people themselves to march on the Union Party government and go to the executive mansion very soon. That will happen to you. That's going to happen very soon. We're going to show you that.
Okay.
So let them be passing around with political fire.
All right.
The next time, the life of Fanatic Kofa is going to crack. The next time we see any fire outbreak, we are going to also respond with political fire.
Okay, 3 more minutes to our closing time. What may be your parting comment?
I want to inform Mr. Ebi Kumar. If Ebi Kumar is listening, let me be informed. Now, we are aware Ziza Maza is being recruited in the DA. Ziza Maza, a notorious and nefarious warlord, is being recruited. As I speak to you, Ebi Kumar has already recruited thugs and ex-Ulimo fighters in the DA. Samira, you need to go make a research. Don't sit here alone to vote on Liberia, Samira. This is scary. More than, I'll show you the photos. I have the photographic evidence to provide to you. After I shall left the studio, I will show you what happening. DA has become a pseudo-Malaysia grouping in our country. It's scary. What happened in Kinjor to our people in Kema? It was the orchestration and perpetration. It was orchestrated and perpetrated by Abraham Kumar to kill people over there because they believe that we are running a gangster paradise in a police state.
Do you have evidence to that?
Listen to me. Every Kumar is a drug dealer. I know that for sure. Every Kumar is the one who is recruiting those people in the DA to try to provide protection. And that's how they have no respect. You think why the people are removing people from EPS? You think why the people are attacking AFL women? You think why the people are attacking NSF people? Because they believe that they cannot do business with the current security apparatus of the country. And that's the reason why they are using pseudo-Malaysia groupings to usurp the function of the major security apparatus of this country. So we are saying there that there's a caveat. What every command is doing, recruiting thugs and ex-Unimo fighters into the leadership. As I speak to you, there's a clear, now we want to appreciate Fatiga. Every command is honoring Fatiga. As I speak to you, because he carries Ziza Maza there, he honoring Fatiga. You know the Fatiga guy on in DA, I think one of the deputy directors there.
I do know Fatiga.
Yeah. So these things are happening in our country. The country have lost track. Who is in charge of the security, Samira? Why the girl was going home, Amanda? Comrade Amanda, who have disagreement, exhibition, will bury on her, trying to reach out to everything, making our friend. What happened? They killed Samara. Amanda. This is scaring our country. No security protection. Anymore.
So in one word, can you describe this government in one word?
This government is the most clueless government on earth. The government is the most insensitive government. And the government, if they are not taking, the government may not even reach 2025 politically, if they are not taking. Because the people say the action must exit this government. What I'm hearing today, with the kind of signal I'm getting, the state is reaching at this boiling point. The temperament of the society is getting high. The government has lost price control over basic commodities and essential goods and services in our country. The security apparatus is no more in the hands of the statutory law enforcement agencies, but in the hands of Ebi Kumar and Sam Gay. The state is scaring, and there is a banana plantation, banana republic, and Jota Yuma Bwakai will be fully responsible for every consequences.
Okay, thank you. You have listened. It's Avin Wiza from CDC. This is how we would like to call it a day on the program Good Morning Liberia. My name is Samira Wanlai. I have been here with Sekou V. Sharif. And let me wish you all a wonderful day. Tomorrow morning at 7 is another edition of the program Good Morning Liberia. You saw what today was. It promises to be very, very, very much interesting on tomorrow's broadcast. Do have yourself a wonderful day.